Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight? This is Real Deal Steven Steele coming to you live, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time where I am. Good to see you guys. We got Kyle, we got Lisa Marie, Celeste, Joe Greenfield, Lord Dadbod, Jason Huffman, Cascada Futurist, Papa Egod, Peachtree, Michael, and Steve, and who else in here? Gary Couch, Wylan Out, of course, Jordan, Bianca, Gustavo, and of course, Beef Supreme. What live stream chat would be complete without a big order of Beef Supreme? All right, guys. A lot of developments just since last night, just since I heard from you, you heard from me last night. Wow. You never know. In Doge world, you never know. You never know what's going to pop off in just a one-day news cycle. Just extraordinary. Anyway, I'd like to welcome everyone to Doge After Dark. I am Steven Steele, and you are listening to Steven Steele Live. As you come in, if you could just smash that like button. It takes a split second of your time. It doesn't cost you a dime. It's the number one thing you can do to help a new emerging channel like this get up into those tricky YouTube algorithms. And also, if you're new here, welcome. Please feel free to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. Would love to have you stick around. We are expanding each and every day. We are growing out a really cool, unique community here. And then lastly, you can super chat through the course of this show. That's a great way to show support through the Stream Elements link pinned at the top of the chat. Anytime throughout the show, you can put whatever questions or comments you have in there, your name, and your super chat amount, and any questions or comments show up on the big screen, and I read them aloud and do my best to prioritize those. Anyway, awesome, guys. Good to see you guys. So at this time, I would like to welcome my special guest for the first part of the show tonight, Dogecoin millionaire, Nick Balz. Nick, how are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know if you caught this, but one of your viewers had possibly the greatest idea of all time.
I think I caught a smidge of it, Nick. But why don't you just go ahead?
I'm trying to find it right here. Who was it? It was Steve Rivas. And he says that we should call whenever I'm on, or whatever days I appear, we should call this Balls of Steel. And I love it.
It's so stupid though, amazing. But it's so good. It's so good. It's so stupid, but it's so good. I feel like I don't know if I want to commit to actually name the show that, but I would. No. I would commit to naming an episode that, and I would commit to making a movie trailer of a faux movie called Balls of Steel. I think that'd be great.
If we could buddy cop it at some point, maybe once I get the McLaren down and get it from the dealership, maybe I'll drive up there and we can shoot like a 2-minute buddy cop movie.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd be so down.
Yeah. We could do that. I think we should do like a really corny like 80s buddy cop movie.
Yes. Yeah. I am all about that. I'm so about that.
Right. Yeah. Like, he was an accomplished fitness competitor, and he was a burned out recording artist. But together, yeah. Okay. So anyway, yeah, we'll work on that, guys. It'll definitely be rated PG-13 for sure. Sure. So yeah, I think I'm seeing this movie. I don't know. It could be rated R in the sense that Lethal Weapon was rated R.
There you go. Yeah. There was some good rate. Die Hard was Die Hard. No, Die Hard was there.
Yeah, Die Hard was R.
Sure.
Yeah.
R. Yeah, it was R. Yeah.
See, I just need a really good tagline, like Danny Glover's tagline in Lethal Weapon, which was "I'm getting too old for this." You know what?
Oh yeah.
I need one like that. I mean, the way I'm feeling these days, I could probably just use that line pretty convincingly, but
sure.
Who knows? We'll feel it out. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the chat. So much to talk about tonight. Holy moly. You never know. You never know in this world what the amount of news that can pile up and transpire in just the course of a day, where do we even start? Well, I suppose we can start with the biggest story, in my opinion, of the day surrounding all things Doge anyway, would be Mark Cuban's statements on Twitter today, guys. So Mark Cuban tweeted out what would be, in my opinion, some game-changing statements regarding Dogecoin. I'm just pulling up his Twitter page right now to read those statements aloud for you. And so this afternoon, Mark said, well, he went on a Doge, absolute Doge tirade today and just absolutely smashed it. And it started about 7 hours ago with this tweet. He said, just talked with my friends at BitPay. They do the Mavs Doge sales. Not only do the Mav sales continue to grow, but BitPay says they are on track to do 6,000 Doge transactions in April. So he's really excited about that. And 6,000 transactions in a month doesn't sound that epic, but it is a pretty significant breakthrough, considering what I'm betting his Bitcoin sales have been. So
I'd wonder what that's the thing. I'd wonder what his average Doge price would be, like how much Doge is being spent per transaction. And I can guarantee you it is way more than whatever his average Bitcoin and only he would know this. Obviously, only the organization would know. But I don't need to see the record books to tell you that the average Doge transaction is higher than the average Bitcoin transaction, just based on fees and people not wanting to part with their Bitcoin alone.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. It's also one of these things too, where he's seen when you look at, for example, if people were if you were to break down the timeline of his last month's Doge transactions to the Mavs, if you look at, for example, what Doge was worth towards the beginning of the month, where it was worth now, he's making out pretty well, right? He's making out pretty well. So obviously he's excited about that. And then he followed it up about an hour later, you guys. Mark Cuban tweeted out, because somebody asked him, why Doge over other cryptos designed to be currency, Mark? Why not back the one that has utility and value? Now, this is the number one question that always gets question/allegation that always gets thrown around about Dogecoin. It doesn't have utility. It doesn't have any quote unquote real value. Mark Cuban answered him. He retweeted him and he answered him. And he said, because Doge is the one coin that people actually use for transactions. We may take others via BitPay, but people spend their Doge, and that means more businesses will start taking it. The greatest inhibitor to its growth is that you can't spend the Doge when you buy in Robinhood, which is why we need Robinhood to get the wallet game together, right? And once Robinhood gets that wallet game together, then people will be able to spend their Doge via Robinhood. And as we know, Dogecoin does include a lot of first-time investors, new investors, and newer investors often tend to gravitate to Robinhood. So I do think Robinhood's going to follow through with those wallets. So I think that'll make a big difference when that hits. And then when we think he's done, you guys, when we think Mark Cuban's done, he's not done. A couple hours later, he tweets this out. Tomorrow, I'm on the Ellen Show talking about, you guessed it, Dogecoin. Wow. Epic. Absolutely epic. Ellen is as big as it gets for, nationally syndicated television, in the mainstream. She's got 80 million followers, an incredibly vast, large, loyal viewership base. So this is big. I mean, we've been thinking about Elon's up and coming SNL hosting spot, wondering if there's even any talk of Doge there or whatever. And here Mark Cuban is telling us in no uncertain terms that he's going on the Ellen Show tomorrow to specifically talk about Dogecoin. I mean, this is a pretty significant occurrence, wouldn't you say, Nick?
It is absolutely epic. And here are just a few of my thoughts and opinions on this whole Doge push to the mainstream. First off, Ellen. Mm-hmm. We spoke earlier about this. I told my girlfriend about it. I thought it was pretty cool. I could almost guarantee you that the average Ellen viewer probably doesn't know too much about crypto at all. In fact, tomorrow, hearing about Dogecoin might be their very first time ever hearing about cryptocurrency. I'm sure maybe they've heard about Bitcoin at some point. But this might be the first time that a lot of people are introduced to cryptocurrency in general. And funny enough, that's how a lot of people get into cryptos, through Doge, because it's such an easy crypto to own and hold. That being said, I think that this push for Doge to go mainstream and be adopted by some of the world's obviously already largest billionaires, millionaires, and television personalities is epic, and it's huge. And here's why. Because all of these people are trying to tap into the revenue streams of the average person. And the average person in America doesn't have a Bitcoin. They probably don't even have a fraction of a Bitcoin.
Right.
But more and more and more people every single day are buying Doge. And I'm not talking about your hedge fund managers, and I'm not talking about your CEOs, and I'm not talking about your tech gurus. I'm talking about people like you, people like me, and everybody that is just a normal mom or dad or whoever might be at home. And that's why, Mark Cuban going on a show like Ellen is just so important. It is truly huge. It's epic.
Yeah. Well stated. And I would like to get this out of the way too. I realized when I was on the air late last night, I got one super chat and I overlooked it until I looked in my my activity feed here. So I'd like to give a shout out to Nubs. Nubs last night gave a super chat for $4.20 with the message #Doge Party, #Doge fam. Nubs, thanks again for your continued support there. And sorry, sorry I overlooked that super chat last night. So you'll have to forgive me on that one. I literally just noticed it now. So I think this is epic. I think this could be. I think what's happening right now with Mark Cuban's comments and what he's doing on the Ellen Show does have game-changing consequence. I really do, because Mark Cuban's a very trusted figure. He's not some just random internet influencer. He's a guy with a proven track record in business, somebody who's shrewd, no BS, very realistic, right? And so here Mark Cuban is getting fully behind the Doge. What does that tell you when a key titan of industry, and somebody who's as no BS and straightforward? This is the shark of the Shark Tank, right? Aside from Mr. Wonderful, who I also love. If anybody can sniff, something that's suspect out, it's Mark Cuban. So for Mark Cuban to get behind the Doge, and for Mark Cuban to really put his name and reputation behind it. See, what he's seen too now, you guys, he's seen what they call in business as proof of concept, right? So now he's seen proof of concept month after month that Dogecoin is making him a lot more money than, Bitcoin ever will. And it will just keep going. And I would encourage everyone that it owns Dogecoin. Don't be afraid to spend some of it. We need that right now. That spending it right now, even though it's an appreciating value, you can always buy more Dogecoin, but don't be afraid to spend a little bit of it on things, on items. Patronize places that take Doge, or at least let them know you appreciate it. Retweet businesses, leave comments on their social media. Let them know you support it. I think that's very important. Spending it in spending in the retail space is an important step to solidifying Doge, and it also gives more comfort to other businesses to take that leap. Your thoughts, Nick?
Yeah, I completely agree, and I think we often talk on the show about confirmation bias and how we can sometimes get stuck in our own little online bubble, which is true about many communities. Cryptocurrency is not subject to this, and as Doge holders, obviously this is very important to us. But I think the people who will end up buying Doge, spending it, and actually using it as a currency are the people who are going to be brought into this community in the coming weeks or months or even the next few years. And they are probably going to come into this community from people like Mark Cuban going on television and teaching them about what internet, currency and cryptocurrency is. not only is it a win-win for us in the Doge community as we get more attention and more people are brought into the fold, but it's a win for Mark Cuban as well, because now he's got people who think that it's neat to go invest something in a crypto that they could see long-term potential gains with, but they could also use to buy some of his merchandise. So it's a win-win for everybody. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, well stated. I'm just going to get to a couple of the comments in the chat here. But before I do, if I could ask a favor of those of you who are on Twitter, if you would consider just retweeting the stream. I'm going to put a link to the tweet. It's just simply an announcement that we are currently live with a link to the stream here. And that really does help get that up and around so that the more people that would be interested in a show like this, or the people that already do watch, it just kind of as a reminder for them. It works really well. So if you would consider retweeting the link I'm pasting in the chat right now, that would be hugely appreciated. Thank you guys. Let's see here. Peachtree says, I tell all my clients about Doge on my Snapchat, Instagram. Most of them stay off Twitter though. Well, all right. Well done. Erin Miana, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. She says, hi, Stephen. How many Doge share do you have? Well, Doge is a cryptocurrency, so it's not a share. That's a stock thing. So you're literally buying or trading coins, right? I currently own a little over 150,000 Dogecoin. And I started buying my Dogecoin initially back when it was all the way back at 2 cents. And then I started adding to it at 4 cents, and then again at 7 cents, and so on, right? And Nick here, he started investing in Doge in 2014. So he bought a really good amount of Doge because they were really particularly inexpensive. And I don't know how much Dogecoin you even own, how much that bought you back then, Nick, but you want to elaborate?
Yeah, so I often get put in this position. You'll see on Twitter, people ask me quite often how much Doge I have. And I neglect to, even Papa Upshot asked me at some point, I neglect to give an exact figure. And here's why. They'll tell people that I own within the tens of millions of Doge. I don't want to say exactly how much Doge I have. And that protects me. It protects my wallet. It protects my wallet security. And for the same aspect, and this is something I am working on changing, but to do it, I have to, it takes a lot of, I have to put a lot of thought and effort and technical analysis into what I'm doing here. But I'm in a weird position where I have tens of millions of this currency, and I really can't spend it at the moment, because now it's become worth so much that I don't want my wallet addresses being found on the blockchain. For good reason. I like to keep secure. I am such a stickler for security. I tell everybody that I can, don't give out your wallet addresses unless it's a wallet that's not connected to your network at all. And even then, transferring that from that wallet to your main wallet, you're still leaving a trail there. I don't like it. I think there are easy, solutions to get around this. And for the average Doger who's maybe owning, 100,000 or less, not a big deal. But for somebody like me who has so much invested in this, I do have to be very careful about how much I tell people that I have, just for personal security reasons. And so although I will say that when Doge first started, I gave away, I think it was close to 250,000 Doge in just tips on Facebook and on Reddit, and using the tip bots and donations through the water fund. I donated to the Jamaican bobsled thing, and I donated to the NASCAR event as well. And I also donated when a bunch of people lost their wallets got hacked. We accumulated like 20 million Doge from all of like the major holders. I was contacted as being one of the largest Doge investors at the time, and I gave back to that as well. So in the past,
that's awesome.
I gave away a lot of Doge a long time ago. So right now for me, I don't spend my Doge, and I don't I encourage everyone to spend, this is one of those cases of don't do what I say or say what I do or whatever. But I am just in a very unique position where I'm of the 1% of people who have to manage this amount of coin. So
yeah, right on. Benny says, who will provide wallets for Doge first, Robinhood or Voyager? Well, I think we're in a good position where they're both racing to do that. And the reason why they're racing to do that is because they realize how super popular that particular coin is and on their platforms. And so they have a lot of people that are in their ears and waiting to do this. I don't know. I can't answer that question, but I do think that both Voyager and Robinhood will have wallets in place, in-app wallets in place for Dogecoin within the year for sure. And let's see here. A lot of comments. I'm just catching up. Hi, Steve from Philly. There's a billboard on Philly on I-95. It advertises Doge and has our favorite Shiba on that. I'm so proud. Thank you for sharing that, Yo-Yo Queenan. Thank you so much. That's so cool. I love hearing about that. I actually interviewed a guy back when I was on Crypto Show TV. I found a guy that put up one of the very first Dogecoin billboards. I think it was in South Carolina, and I
remember that episode.
You were there? You're listening to that?
Yeah, I was listening to that episode. I remember it.
Yeah, I would love to catch up with him and get him back on the show. It's been a long time since I caught up with him. Obviously, I think about 3 months ago that interview was. And that was a really good interview. It's really good to get inside the minds of people that have been prompted, so inspired and prompted to do something like that. So thank you for sharing that. Yeah, so guys, Dogecoin is holding very steady at 26 cents. It's just been kind of trading sideways. And I think this is a really good thing. And at the level that we're trading sideways on 26.5 cents, we've been kind of toggling between a quarter and nearly 28 cents pretty consistently for a little more than a few days now. What is your impression of this motion, Nick?
Well, in technical analysis terms, it's not a bad thing. We're really, our price is just super tight. Of course, with market factors, we've seen a drop to the 22 level, and of course, with the major flash crash the other day, we saw a drop all the way down to 16. Although that was very, very short-lived. That was probably just a second that it hung there. I took a leveled retracement from that 16 up to the high of 28.8, and I followed that line along the dip to 22 and drew it basically up to the 36 cent level. So I would expect, especially with what the news is, what's going to happen tomorrow with Mark Cuban on Ellen.
Yep.
We could see a slight breakout to the upside, and if we did, that target would be about the 36 cent level. Now, if we could sustain that, that would be a very bullish sign. If we created a new floor off of that 36 cent breakout, that would be amazing. If not, there is absolutely nothing wrong with us trading at the 26 cent level for the next month and a half. Keep in mind, guys, we did that for a month and a half. We traded at the 7 to 8 cent level for what seemed like forever, but in reality was a very short period of time. And yeah, we've got enough data now where we can really track the movements from initial movement to the upside to the next.
Right.
The average days about 30, and the average percentage gain is about 500%, and that is very conservative because we actually moved 1,000%. So we 10x'd the last move to the upside. So
you couldn't really ask to be much better positioned than where we are now, considering where we were less than 1 month ago. And as our friend Upshot always says, when in doubt, zoom out. When you start getting a little too discouraged about the live chart or even the day chart, zoom out to that 1 week, then zoom out to that 1 month. And with Doge, if you even zoom out to 1 month, it's very clear to see that the trajectory has been consistently in our favor, to say the least. Guys, we got about 140 people in here so far and counting. That's great. And if you just got into the show, welcome aboard to Steven Steele Live, Doge After Dark. Make sure you hit that like button. It's the number one thing you can do to help a new but emerging channel like this get up into those YouTube algorithms. So if you could just take a moment to do that, it takes a split second of your time. It doesn't cost you a dime. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm glad you found us. Please feel free to hit that subscribe button and then that notification bell so you never have to miss or wonder when we go live ever again. So we'd love to have you join us. And lastly, if you feel compelled to super chat at any time throughout the show, you can do that through the Stream Elements link pinned at the top of the chat. And it's actually pretty easy to super chat through Stream Elements. My guest for the first half of the show that I've been conversing with is Dogecoin millionaire, Nick Balz. Why do I call Nick Balz Dogecoin millionaire? Those of you who watch the show regularly know why I do, but those of you who are new in here that I see don't know. So, Nick, if you could just kind of give a little, just cliff note for the noobs, why I call you Dogecoin millionaire.
Well, if this is your first time hearing my voice, my name is Nick Balz, and I was one of the original investors in Dogecoin in 2014. I decided after finding out about Dogecoin that it was the future of cryptocurrency. And in doing so, I actually took a $15,000 loan out from my bank. I spent about 10,000 of that on Dogecoin back in 2014, and the rest is history.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And another reason why I love having Nick on these streams, because I just feel like he's one of the perfect guys for the time that we're dealing with in relation to Doge. And it's just really great to always get his perspective on things from the perspective of one of the first wave original Dogecoin investors from back in 2014. Kyle says Houston Rockets accepted Doge. Also, they will rocket us to the moon, pun intended. Very punny, my man Kyle. If there's two things that I love in this world, it's puns and dad jokes in no particular order. Let's see. Tuco says, what's an easy wallet to set up to trade between Robinhood, Coinbase, and Webull for a noob like myself? Well, you know what my answer is going to be, and Nick knows what my answer is going to be. I would recommend Voyager. Voyager, it's very intuitive. In my opinion, it's great for new traders. And I think it's more favorable to consumers than Robinhood. That's just my opinion. So it's very intuitive. It's very easy to understand, and all the transaction speeds work very quickly there. So it's a great app too if you're a bit more impatient like myself. And then also, so I that's what I would recommend. If anyone isn't on Voyager, they're very popular, gotten really popular, so there's a bit of a wait right now. But you can use my Voyager partnership code, and that will fast track you to get approval within 24 hours. Most people that use my code have gotten approved within 24 hours. And then you will also get, additionally that, by using my code, $25 in free Bitcoin. And so it's a win-win, because when you do that, then I also get $25 in free Bitcoin, which is... I promote it obviously for that reason, but I also promote it because I genuinely think that Voyager is the most advantageous app, particularly for new traders and old school traders alike. So I'm going to put that code in the chat. Let's see here. So yeah, Nick and I are talking about the epic day for Doge and the epic week that seems to be ahead for Doge. We got Mark Cuban going on Ellen tomorrow. It may have been recorded already, we don't know, but he specifically said that he was going on Ellen tomorrow to talk about Dogecoin, you guys. Talk about Dogecoin. And you really can't ask for a more credible spokesman to the coin than a guy like Mark Cuban. To me, this adds a lot of, I feel like having a guy like Mark Cuban out there adds a lot more, builds a lot more investor trust and integrity to everything. What do you think, Nick?
Well, I think, for Mark Cuban to go on another show, I mean, obviously he's got Shark Tank, he's got his other ventures. To go on another show just to talk about Dogecoin, it seems crazy to me. Does anyone else think this is crazy? Like, I wake up every day to hear the craziest things. And the simulation is getting stranger and stranger every day. I just can't, it blows my mind. It just blows my mind. And, we've got Mark tomorrow. We've got Elon coming up in a week. Like, major celebrities are all getting in on this. I'm not talking about your C-tier celebrities from England, who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Or like no name social media influencer.
Sure.
That's good. We're talking about A-list, very smart, intelligent, multi-billionaires.
Yeah, people that are very successful in finance, specifically.
Specifically finance and engineering.
Yeah, and engineering, right.
It just blows my mind every day. And you know what? It's just more reassurance for me that I made the right move in not selling. And that's not to say I haven't taken profits. I have. I've taken I took a small profit when Doge first hit 8 cents, because you never know, it could have just been a flash in the pan. And I had also just lost my job at the time. And then I took a small profit on this last pump, and I shouldn't even say I took a profit. I just flipped the deal into BNB, which was a coin that I had been meaning to get in already.
Right.
But to hold, 90% of what I had from 7+ years ago, every day I wake up with better and better news of like, okay, you're making the right choice, Yeah,
really, really well laid out there, Nick. I got a super chat from Anonymous for $3.33. Thank you for that super chat. Appreciate it. And they said, hey guys, love the show. Quick, I'm having a lot of anxiety because I made an investment in Doge early, but sold. Now I would love to use all of my savings. No, but now I would have to use all of my savings for the same investment. What should I do now? Love the show and vibes. I'll take this one and then I'm going to hand it to Nick. I think you should use every penny to your name to Doge and then just wing it and then just beg for food outside of Walgreens tomorrow. No, that is being completely facetious. I don't think you should do that. What I think you should do is only reinvest at an amount that's not going to put you under any significant financial duress. Firstly, that's the number one rule. And if you would like to be able to up your capital situation so that would allow you to invest more into Dogecoin specifically, I would look for side jobs, side gigs. I always tell people, never feel like you're above that, right? Never feel like you're too good for little side hustles. whether it's like Uber or just flipping things that you find at rummage sales and selling them on Facebook Marketplace, any things like this. It all accumulates, and you could even just use those little side hustles as your like designated crypto money, right? So that's another thing I would recommend. But yeah, so you obviously are eager to get back into Doge, and so just take a look at where you're at realistically financially, and reinvest, but make sure you're reinvesting at an amount that's not going to put you under any financial duress. And people often ask us, is now a good time to buy in? Here we are at 27 cents. Is now a good time to buy in? When it had 30 cents or whatever. It depends. If you're in it for the long haul and you're a holder and you got patience in that regard, it's my opinion anyway, that the probability for Doge to stick around long term and increase even greatly from where it is right now in market value is high. I think that probability is high. That's my opinion. I feel that way pretty strongly, actually. So if you feel that way too, then you probably shouldn't worry about whether your entry points at this point anyway is at 26 cents, 25 cents, or 29 cents. You're really splitting hairs at that point in the long term. Go ahead, Nick.
Well, I talked about this last night. I think it was last night. Maybe it was the day before. Who knows? My days are all blended together at this point. I spoke about a friend of mine who was one of the 3 people that listened to me that I know of who bought Doge in 2014 with me. And he ended up losing all of his Doge. And his initial investment was a lot less than mine, but it was still in the thousands of dollars. And I think he was part of the wallet hack. Something happened. Maybe he left it on the exchange we were buying it from. The exchange we bought our Doge from actually went under. A lot of people lost a lot of money. But he sent me a message the other day, and he felt really bad. He felt he had a lot of anxiety as well, because he realized that if he would have just taken a breath, taken a step back, and said, okay, I lost this money, the price has gone up a little bit, but if I just reinvest what I had and set myself back to even, it's not the end of the world. And although it sounds like this person made a move similar to what I made, which was selling too short on the pump a week ago, which, hey, listen, I made the same move. I flipped my earning. I flipped the profits from that into BNB because I sold too early. Of course, my mistake was like $100,000 mistake. It sounds like this person's probably wasn't that. But yeah, you got to keep in mind, it's all really relative. And if you get caught up in the moment to moment, oh crap, I just made this mistake. Oh crap, it's getting so much worse. Oh crap, what am I going to do? Just take a minute and relax and realize that it's not that big of a deal. I wouldn't recommend throwing your entire life savings into Doge, because that's just not wise. But if you can take a look at where you're at financially, where your day-to-day spending, and I don't know what this person's bills are like, so I can't give you a percentage or a breakdown or something like that, but figure it out, feel what you feel comfortable doing. Maybe it's 50% of what you originally had. Maybe you take the earnings that you sold, the profit that you made on the sale, you figure out what the taxes are going to be, you take those out and then double that or whatever it may be. But don't feel like you're missing out, because we're still, I always tell people this. Right now, let's just say we're at 26 cents, but let's just say for Pete's sake, we're at a quarter. If I told you that for every quarter you gave me, I'd give you $1.
Yeah.
Would you do that? Yeah, of course. Everybody would do that. How often would you do it? You'd do it as much as you could, right? Until I ran out of dollars or you ran out of quarters. We would just keep doing that. So just look at it like that. And also keep in mind taxes. If you plan on reinvesting, really the sooner the better, because you want to be holding on to this for 12 months to avoid short-term capital gains tax. I feel confident enough that by next year, Doge will be well above $1. So just keep that in mind, and other technical analysis channels that are going over price breakdown, price movement. We are in a bull market. We are going to continue to see cryptocurrency price action rise. So don't be surprised if in the next few weeks, months, or even days, Doge hits another rally. It could happen. It very easily could happen. But don't let those feelings of regret keep pushing you back and pushing you back, because eventually you'll just get stuck in your own marsh of consciousness.
Yeah, really well laid out there, Nick. I guess it's like anything in life. Usually decisions made under high stress or high anxiety, or when you're feeling very fearful about something, usually aren't the best decisions. So it's like Nick said, you just need to calm down, take a few deep breaths, and make sure you're in a clear, relaxed state of mind before you make investment decisions like this. So another thing I wanted to talk to you about, Nick, while you're still here for the first part of the show, and I think it's an important topic to cover, and not one that's covered enough in crypto-centric channels, is, the overwhelming amount of cryptos that are on the market right now, and it seems like just countless of new coins are just popping up every day, and you usually have to go through third-party apps to even access them, and BNB is usually the conversion coin for them, etc. I referred to it as popularized on Twitter. I said PancakeSwap is the red light district of crypto, and that's kind of how I see it. Now, I play around the red light district, but I'm also very cautious. I wear protection, guys, and I don't do it that often. So that is the
love that comparison.
Yeah.
And
so
by the way, I am a good Christian boy. I have never even seen the red light district. I don't even know what it looks like.
I walked through it when I was on tour one time, and that was interesting. But yeah, of course, Nick. So what's interesting, guys, about the phenomenon is I'm not like a purist. Like, I don't really come from the mindset that people should not play around with these coins at all. But I am of the mindset that if you are going to do that game, make sure it's a game to you. Make sure you are playing the game, right? You're playing. The problem I see with all of these, I do believe we are in a bubble within that segment of crypto. I think a lot of these cryptos, you guys have to keep in mind, a lot of these pop-up cryptos that are constantly popping up every day, you got to understand that most of them are not going to be in existence a few years from now or less. Okay? That's the reality. They're not going to be around. Most of these are going to fail. And I would not be a responsible show host if I was just another jackass up here taking money from all these fringe cryptos and telling you you could 100x tomorrow, and that every one of these coins that I'm talking to you about, they all have amazing potential, amazing utility that I can't quite explain, but that they have a really high probability of making you super rich. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that guy. I'm not going to be that guy. And I couldn't sleep at night being that guy. So listen, it's okay to play around with this stuff. I make sure I do it, but it's with my play money. It's with money I'm totally cool with partying with, right? And sometimes I yield pretty good gains on it, but then also don't be afraid to get out. Because once these small coins go through a few spikes, many times they'll have a few moments in the sun and then they flatline forever, guys. And then you can kind of get in this echo chamber with all these small coins, and they all each have their own Telegram groups. They all each have their own Discord groups, and they're all kind of saying the same thing. Oh, keep holding, keep holding. You know, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. And that's an understandable narrative to have, you know, when you're in micro groups, in groups of groups. But the truth is, guys, most of these pancake swap coins are not going to make it. Most of them, what happens is they have their moment in the sun, or they have a couple moments in the sun, and that's it. And then in a couple years or less, they'll have packed up shop and moved on with the money they made and go on to another venture. Your thoughts, Nick?
We spoke about this privately earlier today, and I couldn't agree more. People ask me about these, for lack of a better term, poop coins, all the time. It's probably one of the number one questions I get on Twitter constantly, about coins I've never even heard of. And my answer is almost always the same. And it's that I'm fortunate enough to now be in a financial position where I don't have to YOLO my money into some random poop coin that you have to go to the red light district to find. And to be completely fair, when I bought Doge, it was in the top 10 because there was only like 10 coins available at the time.
Right.
So, and you know, it is still currently in the top 10. The coins that I buy now, if I do make a conversion, or I do put my own money into a project now, I only put my money into projects that I very well understand and that are currently trading in the top 10 or top 20 coins. I don't mess around with anything else because I don't have to. I do want to answer.
Go ahead.
Oh, 2 seconds. Hold on.
Sure, no problem.
Headphones are about to die. Let me plug in here.
Okay.
A little beeping sound. There was a great question I wanted to answer from Andrea K. And she said, would you recommend selling when you know the price will pump? Like when Coinbase announces a listing, then revisiting when the price corrects to get more Doge if you don't have more to invest. And I could almost guarantee that answer for most, I would say 95 to 98% of people would be no. And here's why. Because the tax ramifications of doing so are going to actually bring it's going to increase your overall price by buying and selling like that. Now, that being said, if you're someone like me who at the time, well, I'm not day trading anymore, but when I was day trading, I was day trading with, between $40,000 and $80,000, then that's a different story because the amount of money you're making offsets your tax ramifications. So no, I would not recommend buying or selling high and buying low to the average investor. I think it's a horrible decision for most people who don't understand how taxes work. There's not, and for most people, like I said, 95 to 99% of people who are not playing around with $25,000 to $50,000 on a daily, talking about a daily basis. If you're not playing with 25 to 50 grand, just buy the dips and average down your overall cost. And with Doge, you might be averaging up because the price keeps climbing. So that might average your cost up, but just know that this is a long-term play and something that you're going to hold for at least a year.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Anybody getting into Dogecoin, especially right now, I would recommend you make it a long-term play, or else it could get dicey for you. But it becomes much exponentially less risky rather, if you're willing to hold at least a year. And then let's say you get to a point where, Doge goes to $1 or a bit past $1 and you're like, okay, I'm good. And then you cash out your earnings, just make sure even at that, you guys, you want to not transfer, if it's a large sum of money anyway, you want to not transfer that into your bank account for 12 months from that day forward. And I know it's hard because you're going to be like, oh, I want all this money. But the thing is, you're going to get taxed so heavily on capital gains if you put it in right away versus if you just forget about it for a year and come back and then transfer it. It's the differences are so major, you guys. So you'll be saving yourself so much money when you do that. And the reason why Nick and I always come back to this is because you need to plan for the future. So let's say your winnings are, let's say you cash out and your winnings, but your gains are somewhere to the tune of $50,000. And you're more of a working class person like me, and you don't have a ton of money. So you're like, $50,000 for a working class person is a significant amount of money and can really help your life out. So don't count on that $50,000. Okay, don't. Just go on working and earning your capital just like you always normally would, because even from the day that you cash that out on whatever exchange that you're using or brokerage you're using, it needs to stay there for an additional 12 months or an additional year. So I'm telling you that so you can plan ahead, so you don't put yourself in a position of added financial duress. Okay. So yeah. And it's one of these things where I'm just seeing so much action in the red light district now of crypto, that it both amuses me. Like, I think it's fun and I think it's funny, but again, like all the advice I always give on this, the moment your red light district investments cease being fun and funny is probably the moment you need to either stop or greatly reduce how much you're investing over there. Because for me, like the other day, I put $100 in ASS coin. Why would I do that? Because it's a sound investment? No, it's not a sound investment. It's a ridiculous investment. It's probably a stupid investment, but it's fun. It's funny because I look at that coin in my Trust wallet, and hey, maybe it 10x's like in a week. Maybe it goes away. Either way, I'm fine. It's $100. I'm fine, right? So I'm amused, right? The moment you stop being personally amused and getting a kick out of it is the moment you're spending too much money in there. So I'm not anti. I think but just make sure it's just your entertainment money. It's not even, don't consider it serious investment money at all, guys. And which I think is actually good because, this year, or I should say last year, was so hard on people. Nobody really got to go out. Nobody got to go out and have a good time and cut loose. Of course, no one was going to the casinos. Right.
And along comes this wild west of the crypto red light district.
Totally.
And yeah, it's essentially a casino. And hey, if you like gambling and you like having a good time, sure, why not? Who am I to tell you not to go out to the casino? Hey, I did it myself for a brief period, not with the red light district, but with actually going to a casino.
Thanks for the clarification, Nick. Yeah. I like to visualize what the crypto red light district looks like, and in my mind, it's a cross between the actual red light district in Amsterdam. If I had to if I was a talented artist and I had to draw it out, it would be like a hybrid between the actual red light district in Amsterdam and that scene in Beetlejuice where Beetlejuice is in the model still, and he's trying to attract them with outside of the strip club and you know what I mean, in the model. So it would be
that's a YouTube short or sketch or something.
Totally. If I had animation skills, I would make that happen. And instead of like the girls signs and stuff like that, it would just be like the different like
Safe Moon.
Yeah, crypto.
Coin.
Yeah, no, and we're not singling out any one coin or anything.
No.
But like, yeah, but it would be just all the different logos of all these different of all these different currencies, and I think that whoever had the skill could have the skills to do that would be really, really, really funny. So yeah, guys, just have fun, but just be careful. And which leads me to the next point. Next topic I want to talk about, well, I still got you, Nick, is, in all fairness, there's people that are still really skeptical of Dogecoin, right? Some people consider Dogecoin to be just as high risk as the red light district coins, right? We do hear, particularly people that are more in the establishment financial sectors on cable TV and wherever else, that they often talk about Dogecoin in this light. Why don't we talk about, just for a bit for our viewers tonight, why we think that conclusion is wrong, and what separates Dogecoin from what I like to call red light district coins. Why don't you go first, and then I'll dovetail off you.
Yeah. Hold on, one more time. Go over that for me. I was responding to somebody in the chat. Sure,
no problem. I'll start, Nick, and then you can add to it. So what I'm gonna answer to is what makes Dogecoin not another red light district coin. Because some people do consider that Dogecoin is just as high risk and is just as questionable as red light district coins. The thing is that there's a couple main things to keep in mind. And there's a couple misunderstandings that when I hear people talk about Dogecoin more disparagingly, more in a more marginalized fashion, they seem to think that Dogecoin doesn't have utility, that, it's just a meme. It doesn't have any real utility. It doesn't have any real value. These are things that you hear every day about Dogecoin on the corporate media. These are comments that I still get on my videos, things like that. And both of these things are just completely false. They're simply untrue. They're simply untrue.
I think a lot of the people who claim this, especially within the corporate media, they don't understand where Doge came from. Mm-hmm. They don't understand that Doge is the history of the coin, that it's been around since the beginning. It was one of the original coins, so it's not a pop-up, fly-by-night, pancake swap, random coin that just got invented less than a month ago. Doge has been around for a very long time. As far as utility goes, I feel like a lot of the corporate bigwigs make this utility argument, and the problem is you can make that utility argument for any cryptocurrency. And you could actually successfully make it more for Bitcoin than probably any other cryptocurrency, just based on how it moves and how it works. Like the utility just is not there for Bitcoin as far as an actual currency goes. That being said, Dogecoin is it has utility as a actual currency, and how we can judge that is based off of the trading volume. Within the past 24 hours, there has been $4.4 billion worth of Dogecoin traded. And that's on a low day, to be fair. The past 2 days of trading have been, pretty stable. There's not a lot of other businesses out there that are having $4.4 billion of their, for bring it to the stock market, shares being transacted in a day. It's just not very common. Companies like Ford, major brands, they don't see that type of volume in a given day. So there is clearly there is a demand, and there is a market for this. It would not be in the top 10 of all cryptocurrencies if it wasn't. And clearly the utility for the coin is to transact. It is to use and transact as a currency. I think that the elite have sectioned off cryptocurrency in their brain as synonymous with store of value. And that's just, unfortunately, that is the case with Bitcoin and a lot of these other altcoins. Not so much with Ethereum. We do see Ethereum being used for many different utilities, and I think that's great. Same with BNB. Exactly why I bought $100,000 worth of BNB, because I think it's what it's used for. But so many of these cryptocurrencies you can't do anything with. And I'm always honest. I will be honest that Dogecoin has it has a way to go as far as being integrated into other systems and used for other things like NFTs, whatnot, like stuff like that. However, it's one of the very few coins that you can actually, in real time, look at the devs implementing all of these changes and making the coin better day by day. And it's happening on the GitHub in real time. So we know what's coming. We know that Rosetta should be done any day now. You can look at the progress they've made. We know that we should be added to Coinbase within the next month. All of these things are happening, and it's because of our dev team is being very transparent, which you just can't say about almost any other coin. So yeah, I think the utility for Doge has been and always will be its ability to be actually used. Does that mean it'll be $100 one day? Probably not. But that's not what it was made for. That wasn't what it was intended to be. Dogecoin was intended to be bought, sold, used for goods online and in the real world. And look at the Dallas Mavericks. They've had 6,000 people who clearly agree in the past month. That's not a small amount of people for an NBA team to sell merchandise to. I don't think people realize 6,000 people is a lot of people who buy jerseys. That's a lot of purchases, especially when the NBA, you can't go to nobody's going to basketball games right now. So it's just that this is what our coin was made for. It's made to be used, and look at it. $4.4 billion today. I'd say it's doing all right.
Yeah, really well stated, Nick. Super chat from Truckin' All Day for $3.33. Thanks again, Truckin' All Day. Appreciate it. He says, I've been buying Dogecoin every week since 2018, and this past year sold 5 figures. I'm assuming I'm in the short-term capital gains, Nick?
That is going. So if he's been purchasing since 2018, and he sold in the 5 figures, I would have to know how much of his total sell was bought within the year. I couldn't tell you. That's gonna take a CPA to unwind all that. Luckily, if you did it on a major exchange, unfortunately, Robinhood, I can almost guarantee if he's been buying since 2018 and purchased it on Robinhood, probably bought it on Binance. Luckily, Binance will help you out with that, and they'll be able to send you, I forget the name of the tax form. I think it's a 1099. Don't quote me on that. But they'll be able to send you a tax form showing when your buy-in prices were. Keep in mind with any cryptocurrency, like let's say in 2018 you bought 100,000 coins, and in 2019 you bought 200,000 coins, and then in 2020 you only bought, let's say, 50,000 because the price went up. You didn't want to spend as much. They'll be able to show from which pool, from what time you spent X amount of dollars. So the government will be able to see, okay, look, he bought this larger number back in 2018, so it is long-term capital gains. He's held it for more than a year. All is free and clear. Not tax-wise, you'll still have to pay tax, but you'll be charged a long-term capital gains rate for it. But again, consult with a CPA. It is very important to get a good CPA. Do not go to H&R Block for crypto stuff. Find somebody in your local area who knows what the hell they're doing. You'll save yourself a ton of money.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that's very solid advice. Guys, if you just got here not too long ago, if you haven't hit that thumbs up button, please do so consider doing so at this time. It's the number one thing you can do to help a new and emerging channel like this get up into those tricky YouTube algorithms. So if you could just take a moment to smash that like button. It takes a split second of your time. It doesn't cost you a dime. And if you're new here, welcome aboard. I'm Steven Steele. You're listening to, watching Doge After Dark. Feel free to subscribe and stick around and join this new, exciting, emerging community here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, which is almost just as important as hitting subscribe. So you know exactly when we go live, and you won't miss another show again if you don't want to. And lastly, you can, if you want to super chat anytime throughout the show, you can do so through the Stream Elements link pinned at the top of the chat. It's actually pretty easy to super chat through there. Also, just got a super chat from one of my mods, Jason Huffman, at $10. Thank you so much, Jason. Appreciate your support. Just says, great show, sir. Jason, thank you. Jason's been a long-time supporter of the show, and thank you so much, Jason. It looks like a question in the chat for you, Nick. It says, Nick, if I sell my Doge on Robinhood, but don't transfer it back to my bank account and just leave it on Robinhood, am I taxed, or is it when it's transferred to the bank? If so, I'll hold on in Robinhood. Did you understand all that?
Yes. So what I would tell you first off is consult a CPA. From my understanding, and this is just from what I've heard, I am not a Robinhood customer, so I don't know. But Robinhood apparently reports the most amount of data to the IRS.
Mm-hmm.
They consider a sell at any time you hit sell on Robinhood, they consider it a taxable event.
Yes.
Meaning, as soon as you hit the sell button, you are now liable for taxes to be paid. And Robinhood will send you a tax form, at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, with Robinhood, they are the hardest in terms of doing that.
Right.
From what I've heard and what I understand, with Binance, it's not the same. Because Binance, you can cash out to USDT or even USD, and Binance won't send you a tax form until you cash out to your bank account. This is just what I've been told. I have not. This is my first year with Binance, so I can't quote me on this, but I have heard rumblings that even Binance is going to be changing that policy very soon.
Right.
So don't rely on any of that. Always consult with a CPA, and just in your mind think that as soon as you hit the sell button, you are now creating a taxable event. That might not be the case, and if you get lucky, it won't be, but you can't count on luck when it comes to the IRS.
Now, wait a minute. You're saying if someone just hits the sell button within the app, they're creating a taxable event, or does that?
Correct.
So that
with Robinhood.
With Robinhood.
With Robinhood, for sure. I don't know if that's I've heard that is not the case with Binance, and it may not be the case with Coinbase, although I think Coinbase has since changed the way that they do things. All of the major exchanges are moving to this new IRS compliance, so that now they're basically instantly reporting. That I don't believe, like I said, I don't believe that is the case with Binance currently, but I do believe that will be the case with Binance in the near future, possibly sometime next year. But I know for a fact that it's the case with Robinhood currently. So you do have to be very careful about, like I tell people, if you are going to sell, you have to be extremely confident that you are doing the right thing. Because if you're not, you're creating a taxable event, and if those are short-term capital gains and you live in the US, that is money that you are going to owe. It could be a lot of money, and it could wipe out the money that you will owe in taxes, could easily wipe out the profit that you made if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, and from my understanding, and this in some of the other exchange apps, that the taxable event doesn't necessarily occur until the transfer is completed from that app into or when you set the the transition in progress from the app into the bank account.
That is how it used to be. And what changed all that is when all of these apps started getting linked directly to bank accounts. Meaning now, because Robinhood and I believe maybe I'm wrong about Coinbase, but I know like Voyager, for example, because they are linked directly to your bank account and it's an instant transfer, they're claiming, and they are true, it is correct, that once you hit the sell button, you have immediate access to that cash. The difference with Binance is that it's done via ACH transfer. So it's not, you can't access that money right away. So it's not fully realized when you hit the sell button in Binance, because it would take a few days to send to your bank. And it's kind of done a bit differently. It's not directly linked to your bank account. They have to cut you a check, essentially. So the taxable event with Binance has not occurred because they haven't cut you a check. Whereas in Robinhood, it is linked directly to your bank account. Now, although you did not send the funds to your bank account, it's good as the same because you had access to those funds. Robinhood could have sent them immediately if you so wanted to.
Super chat coming in from Erectile Reptile, one of my favorite usernames. Erectile Reptile, thank you for your $16 super chat. Thank you for your generous super chat. Really appreciate that. Appreciate your continued support of the show. Erectile Reptile coming in with a random fact. The shortest war in history lasted 38 minutes. I have no idea if that's true or not, but all the other facts that you've associated with your super chats, Erectile Reptile, have been true thus far. So I have no reason to think it's maybe not.
It was the Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896, and it lasted a grand total of 38 minutes.
Someone says VGX is surging, and I'm going to check that out right now. I am a pretty strong VGX holder, so I'm going to just check that out. And while we're at it, we'll just kind of check out a few markets, see how they're doing today. So let's check on VGX. People have different definitions of surging, so
yeah,
we'll see.
It's nowhere near all-time high. So
yeah, so it's doing pretty. Yep, so it's doing pretty good. I guess this could be described as a surge. It's up about 14% for the day, trading at $4 even. So I hold position. Fairly strong position in VGX. I own close to 200 tokens in VGX. And yeah, so it's up 14%, and it looks like it could keep going into the night. So thank you for the update on that. I will keep an eye on VGX through the night. It is one of those coins that I do feel has a pretty strong probability of doing pretty well if you're a patient holder. And Bitcoin right now is trading at about 53,500, right around there. And it is up about a little more than 2% for the day, which is pretty good for a coin with the market cap size of Bitcoin, of course. Ethereum just absolutely really having a bullish day today, guys. Trading at almost 2,500, which is pretty good considering how down it was over the last week. So that will put it up for the day about a few percentage points up for the day, but overall for the week, Ethereum is over the last few days has come up almost 18%, guys. Of course, Doge is trading sideways, still down, obviously, considerably from the monster week we had last week, up into the 40s. But the fact that we are trading sideways anywhere from 25 to 28% for days now, I think is an incredibly good sign. VeChain is been down for the week, but to the tune of about 13%, but making a comeback today, up about 4%. CKB Nervos Network is down 9% for the week, up 1.5% of the week. They're another one of these coins that are still recovering from the flash crash. And I'll go over just a couple more here. XRP, aka Ripple, is really having a monster day today. I think they're the runaway hit for today. They are up almost 24% for the day on XRP. So congrats to XRP holders, and congrats for holding it out through all that SEC mess. I wasn't quite sure where that was going to end up, but it seems like they're coming out certainly on top in that regard. Super chat coming in right now from Number One Futter. I love that name. Number One Futter says tipped $4.20. Thank you for your $4.20, bruh. And it says, I'd be surging too if Doge would hit the dollar. Thank you so much, Number One Futter. And I'll just go over two more coins right now. Polkadot is up 6% for the day. So it was down about 6% for the week. So Polkadot is kind of sitting neutral now out of the flash crash. So, and then a pretty underrated coin, in my opinion, XLM Stellar Loomis, pretty much just trading sideways today to the tune of 49 cents. And that is up. One of the few coins that has been up over the course of a week by a percentage. But for the day, they are up almost 10%. So awesome there. Finally, one more. We'll do TRX Tron. I know definitely some of the viewers have positions in TRX Tron, and they are also having a great day, up about 8%. And for the week, they were down a lot more than they were, I think. Before today, they were down about 12% for the week, and now they're only down about 3%. So another coin that's neutralizing the effects of the flash crash that we had. Getting back to the chat, a quote from Beef Supreme: "We will surge." Beef Supreme, a quote from Beef Supreme. So that's that's like a quintessential, it's a very Beef Supreme thing to say. So let's get to a next story here. We got about 10 more minutes with Nick here before he has to go. This is someone who went by the name of Sporklin. And Sporklin was a long-time developer of Dogecoin who did a lot of amazing work. She did a lot of amazing work, and she was a developer of Dogecoin for over 7 years. And she died on Saturday after a hard-fought battle with cancer. Co-creator Billy Marcus announced this, and that's how I learned about it. And her death comes just a couple days after the infamous 420 Doge Day. Sporklin was often referred to as a true shibe, as Marcus also called her. And Marcus's statement on her passing was this: Sporklin devoted the last 7 years of her life to Dogecoin in every way, supporting the devs, educating the community, and defending others with her wit and boldness. She cared greatly about integrity and lived up to her ideals. She was a true shib. She will be greatly missed. And in honor of Sporklin, I would just like to observe a moment in silence. Okay. Thank you so much, Sporklin, for all of your contributions to this community and for everything you've done. She was Dogecoin's far and away one of Dogecoin's most notable developers. And she had to leave the project earlier this year to her health and stuff like that. She previously adamantly defended Dogecoin against those who believe that the project had seen little significant development. And, this is something we've seen over and over again still. So it hits a little bit more personally when something like this happens, because when you hear these folks in corporate media still contend that there's been no development and that there's no utility in this coin, when people like Sporklin just really dedicated their lives to making so much significant development with this coin, it's just really an insult, and it kind of ticks me off, because we've had developers on Dogecoin for many years who've worked so hard and so tirelessly. It's not an accident this coin, you guys, is in the top 10 right now. It's not an accident. It's in part to this community really being relentless about it, but it's also in large part to all the significant technological developments that have happened behind the scenes. This coin is a meme, yes. It is a joke, yes. But additionally to that, it's very solid tech. It's very solid tech. It's very reliable tech. And it's there's a reason that it's in the top 10 now. Do you have any thoughts on this, Nick?
Yeah. I remember Sporklin being very active in the beginning, and somebody that the community was like very well in tune with, and that actually conversed with everybody on Reddit. Whenever someone had a question, she was there. Extremely transparent and extremely honest. And I remember this was back in January. It was probably January or February, she announced that she was stepping down from the project. And I'll never forget, because although a lot of us in the community knew that she had health issues for a while, there were videos coming out, and this was when Doge first took off, and then it retraced, just like any commodity or asset or whatever you call it that has a big run up is going to obviously have a retracement,
right?
And it was like a 50% retracement, not even really that astonishing. And I saw a few content creators on YouTube who got behind this idea, like, oh, this coin is dead now, and look, one of their main devs is walking away from the project. And they just didn't do their research, they didn't do their due diligence, and it spit in the face of somebody who gave their life to be part of this project. And it's extremely unfortunate, because she really did a fantastic job, and we are all here today because of her hard work and others like her. I'll let people know that, like, Doge is an extremely secure coin, and it's because of the devs that we have such a great and well-maintained blockchain.
Agree.
I often refer to digital currency or like cryptocurrency as magic, or like wizardry, and it really is. It's digital wizardry. and we don't. Yeah, just sucks.
Yeah, I understand, and obviously we can hear the emotion in your voice, and it's okay. I mean, this is you obviously have a deeper and closer relationship to this coin than most of us investors do. Even though I think most people in this chat, and myself included, feel a strong affinity with this project, but it's I'm sure it hits you in a little different way. Going back to being literally one of the first ground level supporters and believers in this project, spanning back to 2014, and also obviously with this project having the most significant impact on your life as in terms of finances, more than hands down, I'm sure more than anything else, to completely be a game changer for your standard of living. So, our thoughts are with you too, man.
Thanks, guys. And I just, I want people to know, like, we have a dev team that really cares about the community as a whole, and they get very, very little praise for what they do. And I, at least, every few weeks, I always try and put out a tweet or post something that just gives a little respect to the devs. And they changed my life, like, literally. So, yeah. It's tough. Yeah,
I understand. And I think this community here, even in the room, can at least strongly empathize with how you must feel, and knowing how I feel, just even only having first invested in this coin and following it so closely since a little before the 2-cent margin. Like I said, someone that's been into this literally at one of the ground level investors spanning back to 2014. Totally. This coin, on a lighter note, this coin has made so much progress on its development, and it's very sound. It's technologically, it's one of the soundest coins in the market, and I think the more people understand that, the more, obviously, the more success the coin is going to have, and getting the people behind the coin that are getting behind it now, and are finally putting together this realization that Bitcoin's really not cut out anymore, anyway, to be an everyday currency, to be fill that huge giant need in the retail space for an everyday used cryptocurrency. And Dogecoin is just so perfectly positioned to step up to that plate, more than Ethereum or anything else in the top 10, really. And I think what we're seeing here, you guys, things are starting to transpire, where we're seeing a cultural shift where more and more people that have the money and the influence to really impact this thing are also drawing similar conclusions. What do you say, Nick?
Yeah, and I really feel like, we're doing so many transactions per day. To keep that ledger 100% perfect is a feat in itself. And to be able to do that consistently, day after day, month after month, and year after year for over 7 years, is it's just outstanding. And when you talk about Bitcoin, you don't think like, oh, wow, well, there's 21 million coins. Obviously, that's a lot to manage. But we have such greater volume and such greater numbers, and now we've got such a larger community that the amount of transactions, everything that's occurring within the digital space has just been pumped up to 1 million. And just to keep that integrity The devs could have easily did a rug pull and bait and switched everybody and sold their coin and pieced out. And they didn't. And they didn't because they believe in the project. And not only that, they're good people. And good people are hard to find nowadays. And I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I think you part with really good thoughts there, Nick, because I definitely don't think that would be the case in most other crypto projects. I think the developers would have pieced out a long time ago. So, Nick, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for your thoughts and sharing your experiences with Doge and everything kind of surrounding it. It's always great. Always a pleasure to have you on, man. Well, we'll let you get your Z's. I know you're definitely a morning cat, and
we got Mortal Kombat tomorrow. So
are you going to see? You're going to go see Mortal Kombat?
Yeah. I'm bringing my girlfriend to go see Mortal Kombat. So cross fingers. I've heard mixed reviews, but we'll see what happens.
Just enjoy it, even if it's cheesy. There's something to be enjoyed there too. And all right, Nick. I will follow up with you tomorrow, and we're going to have you back real soon.
Hell yeah, sounds good, brother. You guys have a great night. Have an awesome stream.
Yep, thanks, man.
Thanks, bud.
All right, Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balz coming in with just the heat tonight. The heat, ladies and gentlemen. And so we thank Nick for his time, and he'll be back on the show very soon. I assure you all. Let me get back to the chat here. Mazmaz, hello, Steve. Hello, Mazmaz. Is this your music, Stevie? No, it's not, but I do make music. I can see how you would think that, because I do make music kind of in the same general vibe as this. Let's see. This is an awesome stream. Best out there. Thank you so much, RW. That is so cool to hear. Appreciate that. Do you think all the Robbie asks, do you think all the annoying, repetitive hashtags and newbies asking Elon to tweet will hurt Doge? I don't think so. I understand why you'd think that. I mean, I guess I've pondered that before too, but I think overall, I certainly don't think it hurts things. I don't think it hurts or annoys him to the degree that it would have any actually affect anything, the coin in a negative manner. I think if anything, I think Elon just kind of glances over the replies and just sees a huge flood of Doge-related stuff to everything he tweets. And I think if I were to guess, I just think he gets a kick out of all of it. But I understand why you'd ask that question. Will we ever break 30 cents again? Probably, James asks. Probably, James, I would say probably yes. No, I would say even with apps, I can say there's no absolute sure things in the market, of course, but the surest thing I can offer you without being completely absolute, there are never any absolutes in the market, but I think I think so, yes. I think there's a incredibly high probability that we'll see 30 cents, not only in the near future, but I think there's a very high probability that Dogecoin will see $1 by the year's end or somewhere around there. So am I missing something about this cap? Anyone say? Everyone is saying Doge doesn't have a cap. That's actually a misunderstanding. Doge does have a cap, but it's a soft cap. So guys, the time is now 11:36 on the PM or IM. If you're out in California, it's going to be earlier, about 9:36 the PM. If you're on the East Coast, you are at about a little past 12:30. Or if you're in Florida, you are there as well. If you're new to the show, welcome aboard. Just make sure you hit that and smash that like button. It's the number one thing you can do to help a new emerging stream like this get up in those tricky YouTube algorithms. It takes a split second of your time. It doesn't cost you a dime. And if you're new here, welcome. We're stoked to have you. We're growing out a really awesome, unique community each and every day here. And so feel free to hit that subscribe button, stick around, make new friends, and then also the notification bell, so you never have to wonder when I go live, you don't have to depend on always checking my Twitter feed to wondering on that too. Let's see here. J-Man007, obviously a James Bond fan like myself, asked, what are your predictions for Doge after tomorrow with Mark Cuban and all? It's hard to say, J-Man, but I would think between the appearance of Mark Cuban on Ellen tomorrow and Elon Musk going into SNL on Saturday night, it could prove to be a pretty fun week in terms of market value. I think, and I'm being a bit cautious, but I think it's probable we could see a new floor of Doge anywhere between 30 and 35 cents even within this next week, a developing floor rather, around in that range. There's also just so many events coming up that will likely significantly provide market value boosts for Dogecoin, which Coinbase, Robinhood wallets, things like this. So there's just there's a lot of reasons to be excited about the future of this particular cryptocurrency. Oh, and guys, if you want to super chat during this show, that's a great way to show your support for my time and efforts. You can do that through the Stream Elements link pinned at the top of the chat. And it's actually pretty easy to super chat through there. And hopefully my channel gets approved for a YouTube partnership sooner than later. You can't apply for a YouTube partnership until you get at least 1,000 subscribers, and I think right now we're at about close to 1,700 subscribers. So I did apply, but it takes anywhere from a week to a full month. So once I get that, the regular super chat functions will be available, and in addition to other features as well. Trello says, I think Elon won't even mention Doge. I mean, that's quite possible. Either way, we have shown to be capable of exemplary growth with or without Elon's assistance. So I just see it as a bonus if that happens. I just see it as a bonus. So let's see. Next story, guys. This story came courtesy of Yahoo Finance. I don't know what the original source is because Yahoo Finance usually reposts finance articles from other publications. But let me first get to the super chat. Robbie Gilchrist. Thank you so much, Robbie Gilchrist. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Gave a super chat of $13.37. Thank you so much for that generous super chat, Robbie. And I hope you stick around this community and subscribe and make new friends. And your support of this channel and this show is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for that, Robbie. That's really, really, really cool of you. The headline of this story is Dogecoin started as a meme cryptocurrency joke, but who's laughing now? I like this. And this just came out today. Now the coin will be accepted as payment on popular electronics dealer Newegg via BitPay, as well as not only the Dallas Mavericks, but the Houston Rockets as well. Users of the increasingly popular social media streaming platform Hello Pal International just gained another entry point into Dogecoin as well as Litecoin. Hello Pal achieved this through acquiring an initial 51% interest in 12,500 mining rigs dedicated to mining both Doge and Litecoin, with an option to increase that interest of 100%. Well, that is awesome. The acquisitions of Dogecoin, Litecoin related assets are expected to help HelloPal play a significant role in the Dogecoin, Litecoin community, as well as to further its overall cryptocurrency strategy in relation to building its international community of users. And And I got 2 more super chats that just came in. This is great, guys. Thank you so much. Jason Huffman, bringing the heat again. Jason Huffman, one of the few viewers that I think was listening to me since day one of when I went solo on Twitter live stream, tipped another $10. Thank you, Jason, and says, keep up the great work, sir, and thank you for doing what you do. Jason, much appreciated, man. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Lewis tipped a $20 super chat. Lewis, thank you so much for that. I really, truly appreciate that. And it says, thanks for going live every night, Steven Steele. And for those of you, thank you, Lewis. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that, guys. It really helps. It really helps with all the time and effort I put in the show. And since I started the show just 2.5 weeks ago, I think I've gone live every night except one night. Every night except 1 or 2 nights. Nope, every night except one night I have gone live consistently. But I love doing it. I love playing my part and in this community. I think I put a unique spin on things. I honestly don't think you can tune into another show quite like this one in this space. And so I really appreciate the support, guys. Let me get back to this article. And again, thank you, Lewis. So I'm trying to find more the meat on this article, right? Okay. So crypto on Venmo is a new way for the Venmo community to start exploring the world of crypto, says Daryl Esk, General Manager of Venmo. No matter where you are in your cryptocurrency journey, crypto on Venmo will help our community learn to explore cryptocurrencies on a trusted platform and directly in the app they know and love. Meanwhile, as PayPal and Venmo does not offer Dogecoin as of yet, the biggest fish in the online marketplace might soon be. A change petition begging Amazon to accept Dogecoin surpassed 160,000 on April 22nd. Same day, reports were surfacing that Amazon's new CEO, Andy Jassy, has been dubbed, quote-unquote, crypto curious. That's such an amusing term to me. Hey there, are you crypto curious? However, despite all eyes looking at what Amazon does with this pressure from consumers, the company has yet to show interest in any official capacity. As contacted by Fox Business on the issue, Amazon's representatives did not respond for comment. You guys, my thoughts on this is I think perhaps the best solution to Doge integration on Amazon would be through BitPay. BitPay is really who I think we should be directing our efforts to, because BitPay hosting BitPay integration into Amazon would be a lot easier on Amazon's end for them to be able to do it than to work on direct integration of Dogecoin upon checkout. If we can get BitPay to kind of be the middleman processing for Dogecoin with Amazon, I think that's very doable, and something I might even consider putting together a campaign to advocate for Amazon to talk with BitPay about this. So let me think about this for a few days and see what I can do in my part to maybe kind of draw attention to a merging in that capacity, because I think that's a very realistic merging that could really take place in the future. Let me get back to the chat, see what you guys are talking about. Let's see here. Ryan, cheers to everyone getting paid from crypto. I quit driving trucks over the road to be home more and trade crypto. Awesome, Ryan. Sounds like you're in a better place now, so that's great. The best Doge show, hands down, says Beef Supreme. Beef Supreme, thank you for that, man. Here at Steven Steele Live, we love Beef Supreme. Beef Supreme. We love Beef Supreme here. B Supreme says Amazon will accept the Doge. Where you say the lowest point will be tonight? Welcome back, Chico Doge, by the way. Lowest point on the chart, I would say, I don't see it dipping it below any further than 25 cents tonight. I think we've been trading sideways on this thing so brilliantly and consistently over the last few days. I really don't see that changing until tomorrow, perhaps when Ellen goes live. So I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on that to bring you guys any breaking news that may happen in relation to Doge, etc. So let's see here. Let's go to the next story, guys. Just give me un momento. Oh, this is a great story. Speaking of BitPay, this is a great story. So BitPay announced on their Twitter today, and for those of you wondering what BitPay is, it's basically the world's leader in blockchain payment technology. So they accept and send Bitcoin and other various cryptocurrency payments. So that's the function that BitPay that BitPay fulfills, right? So they just tweeted out today. They said this: get outside this spring. We've partnered with Camping World to accept BTC, ETH, and DOGE. Read more. So I thought that was pretty interesting and telling that BitPay would announce their top 3 cryptos that are accepted with all the Camping World stores are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge. So I think this is something we're only going to hear more of going into the future, is Doge being thrown around alongside of the other top 2. I think Doge is, again, just continuing every day to position itself and cement its place in crypto history as one of the top 3, right along the side of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Except, as we know, Dogecoin is actually offers much quicker and transaction speeds, and with much cheaper gas fees. So I thought that was really, really good news to hear from BitPay. And I'm not over. It's not over yet, guys. I got some other stuff to get to tonight. Got a few other stories to get to tonight. Beef Supreme says Doge is just pure fun. Big agree, Beef Supreme. Guys, if you don't follow me on Twitter, I'm sure most of you do, but not all of you. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I love staying connected to my audience. I'm very active on Twitter. My DMs are open in case you have any questions about something, or if you have any news tips, you can shoot those to my DMs. If you want to know where to follow me on Twitter, I'm going to pop that link in the chat right now. So if you don't follow me on Twitter already, go ahead, give me a follow on Twitter, and let's stay connected, folks. Okay, next story. Now, this story is ridiculous. This story is ridiculous. It is the title of the story, and it comes courtesy of the New York Post, who overall I think do a pretty good job of more unbiased coverage. But it's the title of this article is Elon Musk's upcoming SNL hosting gig causes outrage among stars. What? Just give me like 20 seconds, folks. One moment. Okay. All right, I'm back. So, yeah. So the name of the article is Elon Musk's upcoming SNL hosting gig causes outrage among stars. So basically what's happening is there's a few folks on the SNL cast who are upset that Elon Musk will be hosting the show this weekend. And this is what the first part of the article had to say. Knock, knock. Who's there? Elon Musk. And typically chucklesome cast. And the typically chucklesome cast. I cannot say that word and, and not laugh. That's such a corny word. I'm not saying I don't like the word. I'm just making an observation. You can't put the word chucklesome in an article and not have it be like the standout of the whole first paragraph of your article. I can't just like breeze over that and just like read that with a straight face like I read that word frequently. Chucklesome. And the typically chucklesome cast of Saturday Night Live is not laughing. Ironically, that sentence makes me laugh really hard. This is no laughing matter. You know what, guys? The typically chucklesome cast of Saturday Night Live is not laughing, okay? Okay. Okay, so, all right, let me get on with this article. Giggles turn to groans. Giggles turn to groans. It's not getting any less funny. This article to me is just inadvertently more funny than it was meant to be. Giggles turn to groans for some members of the SNL ensemble Saturday when NBC announced that Musk, 49 years old, will helm their sketch comedy show as host alongside of musical guest Miley Cyrus on May 8th. The contentious Tesla CEO will be the first non-actor or non-athlete to host Saturday Night Live since Trump spearheaded the satirical sketches in 2015. Musk tauntingly confirmed his upcoming MC gig, tweeting, Let's find out just how live Saturday Night Live really is. I like how they make it sound like that tweet in itself was just super controversial thing to say. Musk tauntingly confirmed his upcoming gig by tweeting, "Let's just find out how live Saturday Night Live really is." Like, making it sound like that statement was taunting or just very dubious. To me, it's just a little bit cheeky, right? But it seems pretty tame by comedial standards. I mean, you know the bias is in against Elon Musk and some of the media when they consider a tweet like that to be remotely edgy or controversial, right? Oh, man. Okay, so the polarizing tech tycoon boasting a net worth of approximately $179 billion punctuated his cryptic post with a grinning devil emoji to let his 52 million Twitter followers know he means business. I'm sorry. I normally like the New York Post, but as I read this out loud, I'm realizing this article is more ridiculous than I anticipated. I have to read that short paragraph again, because to me it's just so, again, inadvertently funny. I don't know how, as a writer, you write something like this and you're not laughing as you're doing it. So who's the journalist on this? Let me look up their name. Asia Grace. Asia Grace, I hope you were laughing when you wrote this. I hope you're laughing when you wrote this. Okay, let me read it again. The polarizing tech tycoon boasted a net worth of approximately $179 billion, punctuated his cryptic post with a grinning devil emoji to let his 52 million Twitter followers know he means business. You would think this guy was really just running a satanic cult or something. And when in reality, In reality, all he's tweeting is, let's find out how live Saturday Night Live really is. I mean, it's just such a generic and safe and like good humored tweet. Saturday Night Live quipster Bowen Yang seems to have hoped that Musk's social media memo was nothing more than a bad joke. Guys, I'm sorry it's taking me so long to get through this article, but it's so funny to me. Saturday night, it sounds like this article to me, it reads like something out of Babylon Bee. It sounds like a parody of itself. Talk about making a mountain out of a molehill. This is it. This is quintessential journalism that's making a mountain out of a molehill. Wallet update. Steve, check your mail news from Vlad. Vlad tweet. Okay, guys, thank you for that. We will break to that news. And I am checking Vlad's Twitter right now, guys. I'm on it. Okay. Pulling it up right now, gang. Pulling it up right now. So Vlad tweeted out two tweets, one about 7 minutes ago and the other one about 6 minutes ago. And first he actually, this is great. So Vlad, breaking news, Vlad just responded to Mark Cuban. And he retweeted Mark Cuban's tweet about making a case for Doge being the one coin, crypto coin that people actually use for transactions. And Vlad's response to that was this, you guys. We're working on deposits and withdrawals, ! Not just for Doge, but for all coins on the Robinhood crypto, with a strongman emoji. So that is great news, guys. Great news. Vlad just reassuring the public that they are still working hard on getting those deposits and withdrawals and those inter-app wallets set up for Doge and all other cryptos within the Robinhood platform. So that is great news, and it's great news for Doge too, because by him retweeting that, guys. And this is awesome. It's great to get this kind of breaking news while being on the air. And then he followed it up with this contest that we're having. Am I reading that right? A 1 million crypto pie giveaway. Holy cow. Robinhood Crypto is splitting up 1 million in cash. You get your share of the 1 million when friends join through a referral link and trade with crypto by May 7th. Oh man. Am I going to be forced to refer people? Not forced, but could I be persuaded to refer people to Robinhood so I can have some entries in this contest? I mean, $1 million is a lot. And for as many problems I do have with Robinhood, I got to give Vlad credit where credit's due. He has been much more communicative with the crypto community, the Doge community, seemingly anyway, taking steps in the right direction. So let's see if it continues. For me, the judgment's still out until the wallets actually happen and these things actually happen. But I hope that they are. I hope that they do. I think that they will. I'm like 90% sure that this is going to happen on Robinhood. Let me get back to the chat, see what y'all are talking about. Jordan, welcome. What's good? Steven, he says. Jordan, welcome, man. Always good to see you, my man. Tuco said that'd be awesome for my Robinhood. Yeah, I bet it would. To get all of a sudden $1 million in crypto credit in your Robinhood wallet. For that kind of money, I could be persuaded to do a lot more trading with Robinhood. Tuco also says SNL stopped being funny a decade ago. I tend to agree with that overall. The last thing that really I thought was genuinely funny on SNL was back when they were doing This Island. What was that with Adam Sandberg? That music project that they did? This Lonely Island. I thought This Lonely Island was pretty funny. That was probably about 10 years ago. Vampire Kangaroo, for comedians, SNL doesn't seem to be able to laugh at themselves. And hello, Steven. Big agree on that. Vampire Kangaroo, big agree. Better buy Elongate. I just don't understand how Elon Musk is controversial. Yeah. Elon Musk is controversial, from what I've learned, to people who are very easily offended. That's basically the gist of it, in my opinion. I think Robinhood knows they need wallets or they will lose customers. Big agree. Big agree. So let me get back and finish up this story. So in response to the tweet that Elon said, let's just find out how live Saturday Night Live really is, which to a normal thinking person is just a little bit cheeky and pretty innocuous, right? But to a new cast member of Saturday Night Live by the name of Bowen Yang, he was really freaked out by this, right? So the article goes on to write, but Saturday Night Live quipster. Guys, if any Square journalist begins to describe me as a quipster, I think that's the day my streaming career ends. I never want to be known as a quipster, please. Saturday Night Live quipster Bowen Yang seems to have hoped that Musk's social media memo was nothing more than a bad joke. What the F does this even mean? Yang, 30 years old, questioned in an Instagram story post attached to a screenshot of the SpaceX Pioneers tweet. Imagine being so uptight that a tweet like that has you totally freaked out. That's like, what the F does this even mean? Fellow SNL jokester, A.D. Bryant, echoed Yang's concerns about Musk. Hailed the third richest person in the world, according to Forbes' real-time billionaire board, and his forthcoming term of Master of Ceremonies. Bryant, 33, reposted a tweet from Bernie Sanders as a thinly veiled dart aimed at Musk, which read, "The 50th wealthy people in America today own more wealth than the bottom half of our people." She said, "Let me repeat that because it's almost too absurd to believe. The 50 wealthiest people in this country own more than some of the 165 million Americans. That is a moral obscenity." The cyber barb continued. The cyber barb. Have you guys ever been embroiled in a cyber barb? I think that might be my favorite new term, cyber barb. Maybe that could be like a new, internet like series. This Friday night on Cyber Barb. Billionaire inventor tycoon Elon Musk has a Twitter dust-up with SNL cast member A.D. Bryant in one for the ages. This Friday, don't miss it, as Bryant retweets a post from Bernie Sanders from 6 weeks ago as a swipe aimed at Elon Musk. Find out what happens next on Cyber Barbs. All right, guys, let me finish up this story. And by the way, I did cover that story when it first came out on the show. You can look back through the Steven Steele archives on the channel. By the way, whenever you're not listening to one of the actual live streams and you just want to like listen to some good live streams in the background while you do other things, or check out other videos that I've made, the shorter videos that I made, there's a pretty good amount of material on there for a channel that's only been out under 3 weeks. So you can always kind of nerd out through the archives. And so I did cover this cyber barb between Bernie Sanders and Elon Musk. And I basically took a while disseminating that and pointing out where I think Elon Musk was, his ire was a little bit misguided there. Saturday Night Live writer turned trooper Andrew Disk-Bukes, 25, that's 25's young, joined in the jibing, saying on Instagram, only CEO I want to do a sketch with is Sherry Odie, a reference to the former SNL veteran. Okay. Yang, Bryant, and Dismuke's social media shafts have since been deleted. They didn't even stand by them. They've deleted them since then. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Spokespeople for the comedians did not immediately respond to the post request for comment. Reps for Saturday Night Live were also not available for comment, but SNL's online audience eagerly took to Twitter, airing their grievances about Musk's impending appearance. Oh, God. Now we're getting into, like, the PC police on Twitter, who are so uptight. Imagine being so uptight you genuinely take to Twitter angrily about Elon Musk hosting Saturday Night Live. Eric Slater said there was nobody else to host SNL. Elon Musk, why? And blue checkmark extraordinaire Josh Gondelman said Elon Musk hosting SNL. Wait, I gotta put it in the voices that I think their voices would be like. Elon Musk hosting SNL is huge for guys still making it with that's what she said jokes who think they'd be great at hosting SNL. A lot of projection, a lot of assumption going on there, right? The shady shots to Musk from SNL stars and habitudes alike. I don't know if I even pronouncing that word right. Habitudes alike likely stem from the COVID misinformation he touted at the onset of the pandemic. So here's the thing, guys. And this is what I don't like about kind of like this cancel culture kind of stuff where people... there's a certain segment of people in our population now who desperately search to find one of your most maybe ill-worded tweets that you've ever tweeted out in your whole life. And then they try to sum up your entire life and your entire career and your entire embodiment as a person in one tweet. And then they like to crucify you on that one tweet. And to me, that's just no way to go through life, guys. No way to go through life. You gotta relax. You just gotta relax. Lucha Doe says, do these SNL dweebs know these SNL dweebs do know they perform mediocre sketch comedy for a living, right? Well stated, Lucha. I love that. I love that. XRP is the way. 40% gains today. I did cover XRP today, but are the gains that great? I knew they were having an incredibly bullish day. Let me double check that. WXRP in Cincinnati. All right, let's check it out, guys. So XRP is up, right now, as of now, it's up 29% for the day. But yeah, still, either way you slice it, incredible gains today. And as I said earlier, Sean, you probably weren't here, but I christened XRP as the runaway winner for the day. The runaway winner for the day. Scott says VGX ain't done yet. Let's circle back on VGX, guys. let's circle back on VGX. Yeah, VGX is still climbing, now at $4.23. And that's up now, VGX. So VGX and XRP are the runaway winners today, guys. VGX is up 20% for the day. XRP up to the tune of 30% for the day. So just really, really well. A few other people are calling on Matic. I'm not super familiar with Matic, but I will pop in on Matic in a few, guys. Musk also came under fire for a foreboding Twitter missive in which he threatened to revoke stock options from Tesla employees if they moved to unionize. So that's what basically what it boils down to is some people on Twitter and a few members of the SNL cast don't like that Musk has maybe tweeted a few things or holds a few opinions about things that aren't in total lockstep with everything they believe. And people like this, they're kind of like the modern day Puritans. They're kind of like the modern day Puritans, where they're like the modern day uptight church ladies, where they're just in their quest to be super progressive, they actually end up being the new cultural Puritans, where they won't even want to associate with anyone who has any disagreements or variances of opinion than them. And to me, it's just silly. I'm friends with all sorts of people who have all sorts of opinions, and I think you're also robbing yourself from an enriching life that way. Just my 2 cents on that, guys. You know how Steven Steele rolls. We talk crypto. We talk a little bit about other issues too. You know, I always give my 2 cents, and that's part of the charm, though, right, guys? Okay. Here's another article that comes courtesy of Fox Business, but of course, a bunch of other news outlets covered this today. And this is all of the news today because, again, they're putting Elon in the hot seat because he's going on to SNL. And this story is titled, Elon Musk says, quote, "A bunch of people will probably die during Mars mission. Volunteers only," said Musk. I shouldn't be laughing. I shouldn't be laughing, but if you knew in what spirit and context that Elon Musk said this, I actually heard it when he said it the first time, and when he said it in the interview that he said it in, and it was very dark humor. It was very dry, dark humor. It was delivered in that way. The article goes on to write, Elon Musk has admitted that a bunch of people will probably die in the race to get to Mars. The SpaceX pioneer made his blunt prediction as he laughed at how his planned Mars mission was being seen as some escape hatch for rich people. You might die. It's going to be uncomfortable, and it probably won't have good food, Mark told Peter Diamandis, the founder and chairman of the X Prize Foundation for Scientific Discovery. Advertisements for the journey should note how it will be arduous and dangerous journey where you may not come back alive, Musk said with a chuckle. Is it just me, guys? I mean, I have kind of a dark sense of humor too, but... And then he went on to say, you have to hear it in context. If you haven't heard this interview in context, you just got to hear it. You got to hear it for yourself. Honestly, a bunch of people will probably die in the beginning, Musk said, while insisting it will also be a glorious adventure and it will be an amazing experience. It's not for everyone, he stressed, adding with another chuckle, volunteers only. Musk's space company has launched more than 100 rockets over the past decade, and it's in its effort to bring tourists to Moon and Mars, but a number of unmanned prototypes have gone up in flames. Unmanned. That's an important distinction. So, guys, what do you think about that? What do you think? Holy cow. Unbelievable. Super chat from Above Wall Street. Thank you so much for $35 from Above Wall Street. And their super chat says, great high energy show tonight. Love the crypto coverage and the real-time news. As for the SNL article, who even uses Chucklesome? New Dogecoin hats in stock. And they have a link there. 10% off everything. Code SteelShow10. So Above Wall Street has kind of become a unofficial sponsor, my first unofficial sponsor of the show. And I'm very picky about who I let even sponsor or I share links with. But I get a bunch of like questionable reps from questionable coins that have been messaging me about sponsoring them, and I turn them all down. But I am totally cool with this Above Wall Street because Above Wall Street is a company that sells pretty much mostly all Doge gear. Doge hats, shirts, swimsuits, towels, phone cases, and they're sent my Doge shirt is in the mail right now. I can't wait to wear it. So thank you again for your support of the show, Above Wall Street. I'm going to put your link in the chat here. And I hope this link turns out all right. And then I'll put the code for 10% off in case anybody wants to support them. And I think it's good to support I think it's important to support a company like this. They're legit. They make great stuff, and they're obviously. That link doesn't work, guys. Hold on. Let me try to get it right. Let me go back in and see where that link went wrong. Above Wall Street, if you could just DM me on Twitter the link with the discount code, that information, and then I'll be happy to put it in the chat, okay? So I'll look for that while I'm on the air, and I'd be happy to put the link with the discount code in the chat, okay? Because it doesn't seem to be working where I'm pulling it from right now. Let's see. Robinhood keeps buying me in higher than what the daily high is. Yeah, there's no free rides. Even though Robinhood says it's a free ride, they're always going to get their percentage somehow. Always going to get their percentage somehow. Elon just being real with the dangers of early space travel. Tuco says, I agree. He's just keeping it real, and he's doing it in a blunt, funny way. I mean, that's what comedy is, guys. Part of the function of comedy is to tackle difficult topics with humor. I thought it was funny. I saw the interview. That's one of the main functions of humor. So for people to feign outrage about this stuff, they're just like comedy killers. They're just like no fun people. I mean, all of my favorite stand-up involves comedians making light of very serious situations in life. That's part of what helps us get through, as in Prince said, this thing called life. Right? So, I give a big middle finger to these fun killers. And the fact that half of these people are now make up the Saturday Night Live cast is really just reflective on how much comedy has de-evolved and become a big no fun police zone, basically, over the last decade. I need Dogecoin rear car decal. Dogecoin. Yeah, I think Above Wall Street has decals in there. Yeah, they're sending me my shirt right now. Let me at least put a link to the main site. In the chat right now. I just want to be... I just like to follow through, you know? I like to follow through on what I say I'm going to do. So, just give me a moment, guys. I'm just figuring this out now. And I'm putting that in the chat now from my first unofficial sponsor, Above Wall Street. Give them some support. I got a shirt coming in the mail right now, and my shirt is the one that says, I'm looking it up right now. My shirt is the one that says, #Dogecoin, I told you so, with the Shiba Inu dog giving a wink. And so that's the one I'm looking forward to getting. But they got hats, Doge Day stickers for men and women, mugs, like I said, decals, hoodies. So, yeah, feel free to give them some support, guys. They're great. And Above Wall Street just messaged me. You'll get additional 10% off of anything in there if you use the code Steel Show. So if you use they made an exclusive code based on the show, guys. So if you use that, you'll get an additional 10% off. So thank you for that. Okay. Let me see. Did I finish the story up? Let me see. I think I did. You guys, you got to see. It's so funny because, the interviewer's like, "Oh, what do you think? What do you think of the initial explorations to Mars will be like?" And then Elon just said with a straight face, "A bunch of people probably die." In his accent, in his South African accent, "A bunch of people probably die, but volunteers only." Oh man. Dave Chappelle is the best comedian ever, and NSL are smart people that know what's good for the rating. Yeah, I love Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is another favorite of mine personally. Camille says, "Sorry for joining late. Did you see Amazon's response to a customer using Dogecoin for purchase? Was this discussed already?" Thank you for bringing that up, Camille. I didn't discuss this specifically on tonight's show, but I can tell you what happened. A woman just requested, was just talking with, there's like screenshots of it going around online right now, where she said that she was a regular customer of Amazon's and that she was looking to check out with Dogecoin, and that she said it would mean a lot to her if there's Dogecoin was an option, that she would do a lot more shopping if they did. And then the customer service agent just got back to her and said, "This is something we are looking into for the future. So take that, make of that what you will." But those are the screenshots, and so that's pretty cool. By the way, Dogecoin just perked up here, almost right up to the 27-cent mark. It's in some retracement right now, but almost got right up to 27 cents. Let's see if we can turn it around and keep going. It looks like we might hit 27 cents right here, folks. And we did. We're at 27 cents, hopefully, and climbing, guys. And that's so we're seeing probably the most significant move within Dogecoin that we've seen since I've been live tonight, anyway. So we'll just see, and hopefully this rally continues. We will continue to monitor the situation. Yes, and Above Wall Street also accepts Dogecoin, you guys. So Dogecoin, Above Wall Street can also check out with Doge through them as well. So let's see here. Next story. This is courtesy of The Street, thestreet.com, which is a general they usually deal with stocks, but some crypto. Bitcoin on track for biggest bounce since February on Musk tweet. Bitcoin is on track for its biggest bounce since February following a tweet with an intentional typo from Elon Musk. Bitcoin was up 5.79% at 53,400, up from an overnight flow from about 47,000. What does the future hold? HODL Musk asked via Twitter early Saturday morning. An intentional misspelling of the word hold that refers to a popular Bitcoin and crypto meme. You know, I think they reported this wrong. I mean, you could interpret that this was that tweet was made specifically for Bitcoin, I suppose, but I think that's a pretty audacious interpretation of that tweet from this publication. What makes you think it wasn't for Doge holders? Now, I went over the records on this stuff today, and Nick went over it with me as well, and it appears that in February, Tesla actually sold 16% of its Bitcoin in early February, guys. Now, to me, that's just that's like sound business decision, because to put it in context, Tesla sold off about 16% of its Bitcoin holdings, essentially to improve liquidity of Bitcoin as an alternative to holding cash on a balance sheet, you see. So it's leveraged that way. So that makes sense. I just think that's a good business decision. But still, that plays a role in how I would interpret that holding tweet, to how to take that holding tweet, right? I think it was more meant for Dogecoin than Bitcoin. What do you guys think? All right. Lisa, good night, everyone. Have a great night. Thank you, Lisa, for joining us. Appreciate it. Can you put up the candle chart? Sure. Why not? I don't mind. Ooh, I'm not going to go to my login. Not right now. Here, just a moment, guys. Sorry for the screen. Just a second here. I will get the Doge candle sheet up. There we go. I got it. We will switch this over momentarily. Un momento, please. There we go. And there's your candlestick chart, guys. Tuco said, just bought my shirt and sticker. Awesome, guys. Thank you for showing Above Wall Street some support. It's great. And guys, if you're new here, welcome aboard. Make sure to subscribe to the channel while you're here. We've got an awesome community. You're going to meet new friends. You're going to have lots of fun. I stream on the regular. We have a lot of fun here. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you never miss a show again. And yeah. Let's see here. I think I might be at the bottom of my news that I wanted to get to. I'm just looking over all of it now, guys. Here's one. 33-year-old Dogecoin investor says he has become a millionaire in 2 months after Elon Musk inspired him to pile on into the meme currency. This is a story that about a young man I've covered before, but I haven't covered it. This is kind of a different coverage through a different outlet that I think shed some different light on it that we haven't seen before. He said Elon Musk was the reason he piled his entire savings into the meme currency. Glauber Contesoto of Los Angeles posted a screenshot of his Robinhood balance on Reddit. 33-year-old Los Angeles resident claims to have become a Dogecoin millionaire on April 15th. Hey guys, I just became a Dogecoin millionaire, he wrote, attaching a screenshot of his Robinhood holdings. Insider could not independently verify his holdings. Retail investors have pumped up Dogecoin prices here, taking their cue from Musk's tweets describing it as the people's currency. I think the guy's a genius. Contesoto said of Musk last week. He said that he strongly believed in Dogecoin's potential and that it could help him build wealth to pass on to his family. He is right, in my opinion. He is right. His instincts are serving him well. Your instincts are serving you well, young grasshopper. Contesoto told CNBC that he grew up poor and that his gain from the meme currency was a huge deal for him. He said that he took a huge risk to buy Dogecoin using all his savings and sales from shares of Tesla and Uber. That is awesome. What do I always teach you guys? Uber is a great side hustle to build up your capital, build up extra spending money for crypto investments. All these little side gigs are, if you can even dedicate yourself to one side gig on a consistent basis, whether it's just even flipping little things to sell or whatever, that can be you could just use that just for your crypto savings, right? Your crypto spending. He said that he stuck to his plans despite warnings from friends, and that he decided to take out 10% of his holdings once he hit 10 million. So he's still holding all the way, guys. Dogecoin surged by 8,000% last week, trading near 42 cents, and was trading on 28 cents on Monday with a market cap of about 36 billion. So he's still holding, guys. That's a trooper. Salute to you, young man, for having those diamond hands, just like my sometimes co-host Nick Balz, who also exhibits great strength on the hold. He's around, I call him young man. He's around Nick Balz's age. He's just about Nick Balz's age. Well, both him and Nick Balz are holding, Nick particularly is holding a couple $1 million worth of Dogecoin as of right now, and he's holding all the way, guys. So if Nick can have the discipline to hold for the long run, certainly I can with my 150,000 Dogecoin that I bought at a much later date, just over the winter of this year and through the spring, even up until a couple days ago, or last week rather. Let's see here, guys. Guys, if you have any questions, you can feel free to put them in the chat, firstly. And if you want to support the show through Superchat, you can do so through the Stream Elements link pinned at the top of the chat. It's actually pretty easy to Superchat through there. Tuco says, unfortunately, I was only able to buy a few hundred Doge. I wish I wouldn't have found out about Doge 3 weeks. I wish I would have found out about Doge 3 weeks ago. Well, hindsight's always 20/20, my friend. Just as long as you're a long-term holder, in my opinion anyway, I'm not a financial advisor, it greatly increases your probability of returns. Greatly increases your probability of returns. Okay. I think I got through all the news that I wanted to get to tonight. So guys, I really also want to emphasize just supporting Doge-friendly businesses. Spending a bit of your Doge really helps encourage more businesses to take on Doge as payment. just feel free to spend a little bit of it. I'm not saying you got to spend a lot of it, but feel free to spend a little bit of your Doge on making purchasing and patronizing, or at least giving praise to the business that do take Doge, and just letting them know that you support them. And that goes a really long way. Jason says, I just ordered my Doge hat from Above Wall Street using Steven's code. Awesome, guys. And looks like another green candle's coming up here, guys. Looks like we're coming close to that 27-cent mark again. And we've just been trading sideways, folks, for the last 3.5 days, between 25 and 28 cents, pretty much. Yes, indeed. Let's see, what time is it, gang? What time is it? We are going on about 12:40 in my neck of the woods. Of course, it's going to be a little different, give or take an hour, depending on what end of the country you're on. And yeah, guys, if you aren't currently a member of the Steven Steele Discord group, I'm going to give you the invite link to that right now. And that's obviously goes on 24 hours a day. So I'm going to pop that link in the chat. How high can this coin realistically get in the way it's designed? Well, it's never going to get to the point of certainly a Bitcoin or an Ethereum evaluation. It's never going to get to $2,500, guys. But I do see the coin going to $1, $2, even eventually $5. I think it could go over time, over the years. It could get up to $20 max. That's how I feel about it. But it's not really tailored and structured with its soft cap and everything else to go any higher than that. It's meant to be a coin to be used in everyday retail activities, large and small. And in order for it to accomplish that long term, it's really not going to go much above. It really can't go much above that. But I could see Dogecoin going to even $5 within the next 5 years. The thing is about this coin and the cultural components that kind of help dictate its market value. We've seen that those could be very impactful, and things could pick up a lot quicker than anyone is anticipating. So we'll see. Jason says, break into a Slim Jim. Yeah, I agree. I think Slim Jim should sponsor Steven Steele. What do you guys think? Snap into a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah. My favorite part of the night is when Steven Steele announces green candles. I don't know why that message got retracted. It seemed, I don't know why that message got retracted. I don't know if it's like an autopilot thing I don't know. But the message looked fine to me. Maybe that person's referring to my little jingle that I sing. How much to sponsor? Just DM me. Maybe we can work something out. My favorite part of the night is when Steven Steele announces green candles formation. Addicting as hell. Yes. I think I know what you're referring to. I think I know to which you are referring to. So, yeah, let me see here. Snap into it, guys. Snap into a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah. Green candles, will you be mine? Sorry, guys, I'm just doing a little footwork behind the scenes here. Checking out a few stories and such. You should send Slim Jim a sound clip on Twitter. We'll make a trend. Okay. That's not a bad idea. I wonder what my sound clip should be. I wonder what my sound clip should be. Maybe I should make up like a voiceover for Slim Jim. I would need to write a little script for it. I'm waiting for the Dogecoin, the Doge themed Slim Jim rocket pack. That's what I'm waiting for. And I'm going to order a couple of those, and I'm going to leave them sealed. I'm going to leave them sealed. The meat and cheese flavor, it's not for me though. I'm not into like the cheese infused meat. I'm not going to lie, that kind of freaks me out a bit. Just give me the meat, baby. Give me the meaty treats. Maybe that could be my tagline. Just give me them meaty treats. I hear that sound. It's the sound of a subscriber or super chat. Above Wall Street tipped another $20. Thank you again, Above Wall Street. Above Wall Street says, eventually we need to actually have a chat and set up an affiliate sponsorship or something along those lines. Maybe I could help support by sponsoring resources or equipment needed. Whatever that may be, hit me up on Twitter, DM sometime this week. Sounds good, Above Wall Street. I think I'd be down for that. I'm very trepidatious about taking on most sponsors or most people that hit me up about stuff. But I think you're a great match for the show. You sell great quality Doge gear. You're a big supporter of the show. It just makes sense. So ethically and morally, I feel good about would feel good about entering in some sort of arrangement with you. So yeah, definitely DM me and let's work it out. Your alert box is sideways. I know. I'm sorry about that. That is definitely on my list of to-dos, I assure you. So I actually have a kid that's been programming pop-up graphics for the super chats and subscribes and stuff. That's more of an aesthetic match to the rest of my graphic design. And so he's on that right now. So all that will be resolved very soon, my friends, very soon. So what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to figure out a voiceover that I can make up for Slim Jim. that I could use to send them to try to get a sponsorship from Slim Jim, which would be fun and funny. And I love Slim Jim. Yeah, I just need to figure out. I need to figure out what my Slim Jim voiceover would be. Yeah. I'm just kind of researching Slim Jim right now. My favorite are the long boys and the Tabasco flavored ones. There's Tabasco flavored ones. Now that I could get with. The cheese infused ones, I'd have to take a pass on. But the Tabasco infused ones, yeah, I think I'd be okay with that. That sounds good. That sounds good. And then they have the monster sticks. You can order them all online. I might have to order some Tabasco sticks.
Monster Sticks. A monstrous meat stick for a monstrous appetite. Monster Slim Jim is twice the size of a giant Slim Jim, but don't be afraid. Okay, maybe a little fear wouldn't hurt.
That cadence actually makes my voice scratchy.
And don't forget about long sticks. A greedy appetite waits for no one. Keep these meat snacks handy for when the hunger strikes.
I'm trying out for my my sponsorship.
Slim Jim, so meaty, it's savage. 3 times bigger.
Okay, that's enough Slim Jimming around, folks. All right, guys. I'll clip those and then I'll post them online, and then you guys can, we'll try to get the attention of Slim Jim. I'll just after I close the stream down, I'll edit it out. I'll make a little thumbnail for it, and then we'll do it. Doge it. Crypto. Wait, cowboy toast voice instead. Yeah, I could bring out the crypto cowboy maybe for my Slim Jim sponsorship audition.
Long sticks. Long sticks. A greedy appetite waits for no one. Keep these meat snacks handy for when the hunger strikes. Take it from me, the crypto cowboy. Nothing satiates me more than some Slim Jim long sticks. Right along complimented with my second favorite food, Texas toast.
There's another one to pick from, guys. All right, guys. Well, now we got a couple to pick from. Every Doge loves a long boy. Oh boy. Yeah. First one. Okay, the guys are voting for the first one. Trello says, I'm going after Subway, DiGiorno Hot Pockets, and Dairy Queen to do Doge branding collabs like Slim Jim. That's awesome. Let's see here. Please retweet Steven's Slim Jim edition clips after the show. Yeah, I will get to that right after I get off the air. Actually, there's a couple show edits I'm gonna make out of this show for special clips for the channel, and that will be one of them. That will be one of them. You guys are awesome. And guys, if there's anyone watching right now that hasn't subscribed to the show, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you never have to wonder when I go live ever again. So feel free, guys. And you'll meet new friends. You'll meet new and interesting people, like your man Steven Steele
and the Crypto Cowboy. We'll be your friend.
And then, obviously, all the people in the chat. Terry Reed, Nurse Terry Reed, welcome. I hope Doge up. Hee hee. I'm mining Doge for a week. Hee hee. Madaria. How do I pronounce that? Madaria Games. Madaria Games is on the Doge mining. We love it. We love the Doge miners. Jimmy John Sandwiches has already responded to my Dogecoin tweets with rocket and moon emojis a couple times. That's awesome. Yeah, the more brands we can get on, the better. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Another green candle forming, you guys. Another green candle forming for the Doge. We're right at the 27-cent mark. That looks good. That looks good. I subscribe because you ask. Oh, that's very sweet. That's very sweet. You won't regret it. Northwoods Peachtree. I know the Link family that owns Jack Links, but they link the Sasquatch now. Yeah, the Sasquatch thing has been pretty effective for him. But Axe Body Spray, you hear that? They said if Doge gets to $1, they're going to release a Doge theme Axe Body Spray called Crypto Musk. Oh, Steven, you still haven't fixed those laser eyes in the profile picture. You promised, man. Ooh, someone doesn't like the laser eyes. Someone wants my natural eyes. I like the laser eyes. Let's see if I can fix it though. No guarantees. If I find the right picture, I'll put the normal one in. Okay. I'll put my real eyes in for a little bit, guys. Here we go. This is me without my superpower eyes. This is me when I'm not activated with laser eyes. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy, Micronova Sweden. Old news, get a webcam, stop hiding. Donnie says, listen, I am going to, in due time, as I've explained to people who are more regular listeners here, the reason why I don't have a web camera, and I don't mind being totally transparent about this, is because I'm I'm not hiding because I'm shy. I'm hiding because I'm chronically sick. I'm very ill. I'm battling a disease right now. And so I'm in treatment for it. I'm on a strict protocol. I am starting to improve, but just slowly. And when I'm feeling better, I will be set up in a separate room for streaming with a chair, all that stuff. Then you guys can see my lovely mug after I get through this challenging chapter, so to speak, in my life. So that's why I don't employ a webcam most of the time right now. Terry Reed says thumbs up on the new pick. Beef Supreme, I thought you left.
Ladies and gentlemen, Beef Supreme.
I just really enjoy almost any excuse to say
Beef Supreme.
Hey, I like that, Trello. Thank you for that. We're back up to 27 cents, 27 cents, gang. But now a big red weenie's coming in to keep us in the 26-cent range. Thank you, Andrea K. Thank you. All right. All right, guys. We're going to play a game, except this time, I want you to think of a TV show from both the past or now. It can be one from a vintage TV show or a current one, except trade out one of it, take the TV show titles and trade out one of the words substitute one of the words in the show title with Doge. So, a generic example obviously would be like, it's like Game of Thrones, Game of Doge. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to pick my 3 favorite ones. And then I'll try to do improv movie trailer voices based on those 3 ones. Yes, Ellen is going on tomorrow. I talked about that earlier, fully covered that. Mark Cuban on the Ellen show tomorrow to specifically talk about Dogecoin. So that's going to be pretty big. And well, guys, you were thinking of those TV titles. If you're new to the show, welcome aboard. I'm happy to have you. Make sure to subscribe while you're here. Hit that notification bell. Stick around. You'll meet new and interesting people. But seriously, we got a great fun community here. We'd love to have you sync up with us and be a part of this community. And also, if you haven't hit that like button, smash that like button right now. Takes a split second of your time, doesn't cost you a dime. It's the number one thing you can do to help a new emerging show like this get up on those tricky YouTube algorithms. And lastly, if you'd like to show some support through super chatting, you can do so through the Stream Elements link pinned at the top of the chat. That's always hugely appreciated. Thanks, guys. So let me see some of these results here. The Dogen girls, I like that. So the Golden Girls, that's brilliant. The Dogen girls. Doge of Hazard, love it. Doge in Order, so many good ones. The Ellen Doge Show. Doge Base Alpha, Pinky and the Doge. Beef Supreme says, I'm ready to rocket to Pluto ASAP. Doge meets World, that's cute. My name is Doge. FOMO that like button, guys. SSLB is going to the moon. Love it. Thank you, Sweden. The fresh Doge of Bel Air. Doge of our lives. Terry Reed, appreciate you. Doge Ball Z, all Doge go to heaven. They should make a Dogecoin movie. Doge is happening. Doge improvement. That is really good. Doge improvement. It's always sunny in Dogeadelphia. Oh, you guys are killing it. You're killing it. Saved by the Doge. It's all right because I'm saved by the. It's all right because I'm saved by the. It's all right because I'm saved by the Doge. When I wake up in the morning and the alarm gives out a warning and I don't think I will make it on time. By the time I grab my books and I can give myself a look, I'm out the corner just in time to see the bus fly by. It's alright cause I'm saved by the. It's alright cause I'm saved by the. It's alright cause I'm saved by the Doge. See, this is what happens. This is what happens when you tune into Steven Steele into the later hours. That's what you get. Quantum Doge, SEAL Team Doge, White Doge can't jump. Road Doge, Beavis and Doge Head. Little Doge on the prairie. Oh, that one's so nice. That one's so nice. Mystery Science Doge 3000. Breaking Doge. Do you have more Doge than a fifth grader? I love that. South Park needs to make a Dogecoin episode. I feel like they eventually will, the way we're going, guys. I feel like they eventually will. I'm just sorry, guys. I'm just reading all your. I'm reading all your titles. I'm digesting them all. $21 Jump Doge, Doge and Stimpy, American Doge, America's Funniest Home Doges, Breaking Doge. Doge Heist. I know what one of my picks is going to be. It's got to be Doge Improvement. I love Doge Improvement. This fall, don't miss Tool Time on Doge Improvement, where Tim is joined by his friend and mild-mannered co-host, Al Borland. and a Tool Time girl, first Lisa, then later Heidi, whose main duty it is to introduce the pair at the beginning of the show with the line, "Does everybody know what time it is?" In reply, the audience will always yell, "It's Doge time," with the Doge time girl, who also assists Tim and Al during the show by bringing them tools. Sounds like a family-friendly good time, guys. Terry, again, thank you so much. Terry just tipped $20. Just freaking love your channel. Terry, thank you so much. I super duper appreciate that. You've been just such a great supporter since I basically started this new channel. So Terry, Nurse Terry, ladies and gentlemen, total sweetheart, great supporter of the show. Thank you, Terry. Appreciate you so much. Darkening Doge, lost in Doge. Austin Powers, the Doge you shagged me. Gross. Oh my. Now you guys are getting into movies, but I'll let it slide. It was supposed to stick with TV shows, but I'll let a few movie ones slide. That was a pretty good name for a movie. The Spy Who Shagged Me. That was pretty funny.
In 1999, British spy Austin Powers enjoys his honeymoon with his wife Vanessa, when it is revealed that Vanessa has always been a fembot controlled by Dr. Evil. As she attempts to kill Powers, Dr. Evil then causes Vanessa to self-destruct. It is then that Austin Powers grieves briefly before realizing he's a single man again and thus can have sex without commitment. Don't miss it. This summer, Austin Powers is the Doge Who Shagged Me. Rated PG-13. Parental discretion is advised.
All right, guys. Doge and Key, Doge Darkening. Doge Lab 2021. That's good. Guys, are we seeing a breakout? Huge green candles going up here. Blowing past that wall at the 27-cent resistant mark. Let's see if we can keep it up here. I wouldn't call it necessarily a breakout until we can get past 27.5. But we are seeing some good action here. Another green candle is forming, shaping up nicely. We're just going to, the buy orders keep coming in right now. They are overpowering the sells. Obviously, that's a good sign. Seen a lot of buy orders coming in. The screen is green, ladies and gentlemen. We like that. We love the green screen. We love the green candles. Green candles. Will you be mine? Send a Dogecoin way up to the sky. So there was the second candle, obviously you see there was very short-lived, but now a third green candle, much more sizable one, coming into fruition here, and just jumped up out of nowhere. See if we can keep going, guys. Nice little rally. We are comfortably into the 27-cent zone. I don't think we'll retrace below 27 cents, so just that alone is a pretty good feat to accomplish for the evening. If we can stay up over 27 cents. Green candle, green weenie, still going long and strong. All obvious jokes and innuendos I will just leave on the table. And here we go, guys. Headed towards 27.5. Still no retracement in sight. And we are going. Another green candle forming. Ooh, retracement in play. pretty much to be expected at this point. So that is no surprise there. Retracement already reworking itself out as we struggle to try to formulate another green candle after hitting 4 in a row. This would be the 5th green candle in a row if we can get through this retracement and turn this frown upside down. But right now the buys and sells are just cancel each other out at this resistance here. Back in the green again. Green candle starting to form. Let's do it. Let's get it there. Let's see if we can get this 5th green candle in a row off the ground, trying to launch. Failure to launch. Have you seen that movie? If you haven't, you're not missing much. But folks, here we are. 5th green candle forming. It's getting longer. It's getting stronger. It's looking good in this hood that we call Steven Steele Live. Doge After Dark. Can you dig it? Beef Supreme says 30 cents soon. We are moving. We are grooving. We saw 5 candles in a row. Now, keep in mind, a few of those were real shorties. Now, a huge retracement forming here. But I don't think it's going to go below. Yep, I was just about to say it was going to do. Because I saw those buy orders coming in. Look at that, popping back up, reversing that red to a green. Stay green, stay on the scene, if you know what I mean. That's what we like to see. Keep ascending. This is the most movement I think we've seen anyway since I've been live tonight. So this is a fun one. Keep the positive vibes. 30 cents any minute here. Beef Supreme pumping up the room, coming in with the big Doge energy. You gotta love it. You gotta love a room that's got Beef Supreme. Another green candle forming here. Here we go. Another greenie. Getting long. Here we go, guys. It's coming. Big long green candle. Struggling to find our way up to that 27.5 mount. As Beef Supreme calls for the room to get pumped, get stoked, calling for the surge, calling for a big Beef Supreme surge. Let's see if we can rally our Doge to the 2.8. Can we do it? Gang, if you are new here, hit that like button, smash that like button, and let's keep, just like we keep the Doge on the rise, let's keep this channel on the rise. It's the number one thing you can do to do it. If you're new here, subscribe. What are you waiting for? You know you love it. You're having a great time. You're around great people. I don't even care if you're not even into crypto. I've gotten a couple messages from viewers that have told me I'm not even really into crypto. I haven't even invested in Doge yet. I'm thinking about it, but I just like the vibe. I like the energy of your show. And to me, that's a big compliment. So you don't even have to be into crypto to like the show and to be a part of the community. But if you hang out with us long enough, I don't think that'll last too long. I think you'll start wanting to jump on the Doge train, but it's certainly not required to be a part of the community. Look here, another green weenie. Green weenie forming. You know what I want to see tonight? You know, when I order my Doge, I like to order it Supreme style. And when I eat a Slim Jim, I want it filled with Beef Supreme to take it all the way on the green candle scene. Look at that huge green candle breaking out, guys, breaking out. Guys, we are going to official breakout status with 2750. 2750 on the rise. Can we hit that 2750? We're right at the precipice of 27.5 cents. This is officially a breakout. Officially a breakout. Here, going up. Going up. Going up on a Monday. I know the kids say going up on a Tuesday, but here on Steven Steele Live, it is technically Tuesday now. So we are, as the kids say, we are going up on a Tuesday. I'm going up on a Tuesday. You're going up on a Tuesday. He's going up on a Tuesday. Beef Supreme's going up on a Tuesday as we whiz past 27.5. Let's take it to the big 2.8. Joanna says, Crypto Show. Yes, I am a former co-host of the Crypto Show. You found me. This is my new joint. This is my new jam. This is my new show. Welcome aboard. Stick around. Get all the middle-aged ladies buying Doge on Ellen. It's going to happen tomorrow, guys. Europe is waking up in 1 hour. Got the club going up on a Tuesday. Our Doge going up on a Tuesday. Yes, we're doing it, guys. We are moving, grooving out of sight, looking right. Check this out. Check out this green weenie action. This hot, explicit green weenie action. But now we got a little retracement to be expected. But look at this. Look at this ascendance just in the last 20 minutes, guys. That is some serious momentum. Some serious Doge momentum. And if you've never been on this channel before, you're like, who is this guy? And why does he sound so cheesy? Well, let me tell you something. It's not easy being cheesy. It's not. It may look easy, but it's not. Like to see you get on this $100 mic and flex this cheese for hours on end. Guys, there we are, just stuck in retracement, but I don't think it's going to last very long. I think these bot sell orders are just going to, the bot is firing. These sell orders are going right now, but I don't think it's going to last too much longer, so we just got to hang in there. Scott says Mark Cuban is about to broker a Doge Karen merger. Oh yeah, everything pumping. Love to see it. Yes, a lot of crypto is recovering right now.
Beef Supreme Tuesday is always a Dogecoin surge.
Oh, yeah. Yep, we crashed through 5, guys. Green weenies forming again. Do you think we're done? I don't think so, folks. I think I see 28 cents, the big 2.8 in the immediate future. The power of the Doge coming into fruition. People are coming together. Come together right now over Doge. 27.56. Lots of retracement going on right now. Those bot orders we are battling. Can we pull through? I think we might. We got to see it through to the big 2.8. Beef Supreme calling for the big surge, saying it's time to break up and through the 3-0. Beef Supreme saying 30-30, let's get it. Sergeant Griswold in the mix, Mama Crypto holding it down with elegant modulation skills above Wall Street, the show's first official, unofficial, soon-to-be official sponsorship. Bursting in flames, bringing the heat, bringing the Doge fire. Bringing the Doge fire. We love to see it. Gavin Watkins comes in late, better late than never. My man Gavin. Terry Reed, Nurse Terry Reed is pumped up and ready to go. Another green weenie forming. We're at the 276, guys. Big green weenie coming up. This could be a striker, guys. Look at this. Here we are, a new green candle about to watch. It's going to pop up pretty good right here. Watch this. Watch this. We are at 2770, guys. The Doge is rising. The Doge is rising. Sergeant Griswold calls for the puppy to rise. Welcome, Esteban. That is my name in Spanish.
Esteban Steele.
I would love to be in a guest on a Spanish soap opera.
Esteban Steele stars in.
Big red weenie of resistance. Get out of here, you big red weenie of resistance. I got you in my crosshairs. I'm doing my best, guys. Crypto Cowboy is firing on this big red weenie of resistance. Doing our best, guys. We're doing our best. Big red weenie of resistance is now gone. Crypto Cowboy totally just vanquished the red weenie of resistance, but it's trying to come back. Oh no, it's trying to come back. Crypto Cowboy, get in here.
What in tarnation is this?
I'm going to shoot that red weenie of resistance right off my property. Don't you love this brilliant technical analysis that you're getting from your man, Steven Steele, right now? Guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is Real Deal Steven Steele, reporting to you live, Doge After Dark. This is how we do it. We're rallying the Doge, trying to get it up to 30 cents. Can we do it? I think it's possible. We'll just have to see, but certainly the last half hour has been a sight to behold. If you're new here, welcome aboard. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and you'll never have to miss another live stream party again. And that's how we do it here. We have a good time. We move, we groove well into the late hours of the night. Feeling all right. Also, if you want to super chat during any time during the show, you can do so through the Stream Elements link that's pinned at the top of the chat. It's actually quite easy to super chat through that link, so feel free, guys. Feel free. In the meantime, big resistance coming in, turned into a green weenie. Lots of back and forth struggle and resistance going through on the mid 27. Let's just break through, shall we? That is what the people want. Bryson says, Bryson Mulholland, Steven Steele, you rock my world. Thank you, my friend. Glad you found the channel. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Huffman says, pretty sure they make medications for big red weenies. I'm not touching that one, my man. Not touching that one. Doge After Dark, my favorite adult channel, as Esteban says. All right. Well, we are PG-13, that's for sure. Elon is off Twitter for now. Well, the night is still young for Elon Musk, my friend. The night is still young. It's pump o'clock, people.
30 cents says the beef supreme.
Acquire a soundboard, Steven. Nah, it's not my style. It's not my style. I like keeping it kind of simple. Break on through the other side. Doors reference. I dig it. I love it. I feel what you're putting down. I'm picking it up and I'm channeling it in right here to a big green weenie. Can we manifest it? I know the beef supreme is praying to the Doge gods, like some sort of Aztec ceremony, and to get this red weenie to turn into a big green weenie to skyrocket up and through the 30-cent mark. Can we see it? Who knows, folks, but we're having a good time just checking it all out. Let's try just a bit.
It was a cool spring night on April 27th, 2021. A group of bandits came together, rogue investors, to change the market through a mass flood of big green weenies. With Steven Steele by their side and Beef Supreme commanding the troops. They took this Dogecoin from 25 cents to 30 in 2 hours flat.
See, guys, where else are you going to get this? We're going to get this sort of technical analysis. Where else are you going to get this sort of crypto technical analysis, guys, huh? Above Wall Street coming in with the disco dancer. Love it. Love it. Love the disco dancer emoji.
Weenie Force 5. Rated R.
Oh, yeah, I keep the synthwave going all night long. Nurse Terry Reed says, break out to the moon, babes. I'm ready, Nurse Terry Reed. Let's go, let's go. Kevin Kickness wants to see a dog moonwalk. I see some new folks coming into the room, and welcome. You are watching Doge After Dark. This is Steven Steele coming to you live, covering the rise of Doge, but a huge retracement here. Huge red weenie. We don't like the red weenie, but look, a green weenie is launching in the wake. But can it make up the ground that we lost? Only time will tell. It remains to be seen. the destiny of this next weenie.
Destiny of the weenie.
That could be like a breakout subcategory of a movie series. Synthwaves has me in a trance. I can't close the stream. Above Wall Street says. Synthwave will have that effect on you. Above Wall Street. Steven, you're the best, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, brother. I'm glad you're stopping by. Glad to have you. Glad to have you on board this rocket ship tonight. We are going all the way. Well, by all the way, at least to 28 cents, huh? So, lots of retracement coming in here, guys. So, we'll just have to see what it does. Right now, the buy and sell orders are about canceling each other out. So, at least it's neutralizing itself instead of dropping further. And above Wall Street says,
a green weenie shall emerge from the ashes of these weak arse paper hands.
Guys, if you want to support the show, the stream, through Superchat, you can do so through the Stream Elements link pinned at the top of the chat. You can put whatever questions or comments you want in there. I will read them out loud, very clearly. And I'll take my time. I'll take my time with your Superchat. I'll read it very authoritatively and thoughtfully. And if it involves a question, I will answer it. I'll answer it very thoroughly. Take this, red weenies. Celeste laying down. Celeste laying down some medical means on those red weenies. Nice work, Celeste. Beef Supreme says 30 is still coming. Hold on. Hold on into the night. We've got this, says Beef Supreme. This may not be the biggest Doge stream, but I think it's the best, folks. I think it's the best. So here we got another green weenie forming. Can it make a comeback from that severe retracement? Seemingly falling. Can we get out of this free fall, folks? We are trying. Good morning from Germany to the Doge gang. Welcome, Marcus. Good to see you back. BitPay. I was just talking about BitPay tonight. BitPay. BitPay. Isn't that... Oh, you're talking about the exchange BitPay. I don't have any experience with BitPay. I know it's Canadian, and I know that's where most Canadians trade cryptocurrency. But I'm from the United States, so I don't have any experience with BitPay. Sorry, dude. It's the same people in this chat right now. What? It's the same wallet selling and buying right now. Yeah, it's just bots. I mean, we're seeing a bot phenomenon right now, but looks like a thick green candle forming. Where it goes, where the green weenie stops, nobody knows. trying to reverse this severe retracement back up into the lights. Bunch of buy orders coming in. I think this green candle will elongate. You see what I did there? Will elongate to a sizable proportion. Watch as this green weenie elongates to a sizable proportion. Beef Supreme's asking for the climb. Robin the Hood bots. Voyager's taking forever to accept your application. Dire Havoc. You should have used your man Steven Steele's partnership code. Another green candle forming, guys. Just a lot of resistance still right in that mid 2.7 line, right in that mid 2.7 line, guys. Next up, folks, on Steven Steele Live, we're presenting elongated thick green candles. Stay tuned, folks, as we watch this long green weenie elongate. I did use your code, feels bad, man. Oh, man. How long ago did you use my code, Dire Havoc? Sorry to hear that. Most anyone that uses my code gets approved within 24 hours. And welcome back, Nameless, coming in with the Doge emojis all across the board. I love it. 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 Guys, Bitcoin is really pumping right now. It's back in the high life again. Headed towards 55,000. Ethereum as well, over 2,500, and pumping as well right now, up 3% over the last day, up about a percentage and a half over the last hour. VeChain actually finally reversing course, up 4% over the last hour. Mana is up 7% for the day, and about a percentage point for the last hour. Crypto making a comeback, folks. CKB network still struggling after being down quite a bit, but coming up 6% for the last day. But CKB has a long way to go to recapture the glory to which they once were just 2 weeks ago. Guys, this is your man, Real Deal Steven Steele. You're listening to Doge After Dark. Dogecoin is the future of digital currency. Coming at you live, watching those green weenies form, seeing if we can get up and past 30 cents and beyond. Trying to just root it along, guys. Channeling our Doge-centric energy to a higher ascension. All right, folks. All right, guys. It's about 1:45 in the a.m. I think I'm going to shut this stream down because I got some editing work to do before bed. So I'm going to work on that stuff and the artwork for those clips for the channel. And then I got a little work to do also for Matt Wallace and I's side project, Final Stand and I's side project that I've been working on. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. You guys are awesome. This was great. Fantastic stream, fantastic crowd. And I will be back tomorrow night, folks. I'm going to put together another fantastic show. You know your man Steven Steele is going to come through with that nighttime heat. And I'm going to keep a close eye on the coverage tomorrow in the wake of Mark Cuban's appearance on Ellen. We might see some movement there. And so if we see any significant movement between now and tomorrow night, I will go live. I will go live to cover that significant movement. But I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. Erectile Reptile, Dire Havoc, Andrea, Aaron Withers, Mama Crypto. Thank you to all my mods. Much appreciated. Above Wall Street, thank you so much for your donations. And yeah, just DM me about details on the sponsorship and all that stuff. Beef Supreme, of course. You guys are awesome. Let's keep it positive. Let's keep it moving forward. Let's keep this community growing. Let's keep the Doge momentum going. Right on. This is Steven Steele signing out.